Well, Liverpool have spent big, but it feels as though Everton have recruited smart, haven't they? None more so, as we were talking about earlier with Dom King, but none more so than Jack Grealish, who won August Player of the Month for the whole of the Premier League. And you have to, I'm delighted for Jack Grealish to come in from the cold from Manchester City, where he was. He joined Everton on August the 12th, actually, so he didn't have, that much time with the team in pre-season, but he's got 4 assists in his 5 games in all competitions so far. How much credit does he deserve for keeping himself fit, number one, for keeping himself motivated, and for actually having a huge impact in the team that he's joined?
Yeah, of course, he'll always have the impact because of the quality of the player he has, but it was what condition he came back. But you've got to remember, Jack Grealish never went to the Club World Cup, so he's been training on his own for a long time, and there's training on your own, and then there's training with the team. So to be able to then come straight back in and have this time and this moment, it's been incredible. It's been incredible.
He'll be hoping to hit the ground running today. It's never a good time to face the Premier League champions at home, is it? Especially when your record is 1 win here in 29 at Anfield. David Moyes hasn't won here in 22 attempts either. But this is his chance. Everton have a good record on the road under his stewardship at the moment. Let's see how they fare. It's a great build-up here at Anfield. I'm going to hand you over to our commentary team. Charlie Adam is alongside Sam Matthews.
Thank you, Reshmin. Afternoon, everyone. Cities like this need games like this. A rivalry that splits streets, divides households, even some relationships. There is no third way on Merseyside. You are red or you are blue. Look, we're all different. There are morning people, there are night owls. Some people are always early. Some people leave everything until the last minute. I think it's pretty clear which category the Premier League champions fall into. There's been more late drama in Liverpool matches than with American late-night TV hosts and the latest resident of the 1500 Pennsylvania Avenue. Can it keep going? Is it the sign of champions, as the cliche goes? Or will that luck run out? Today they look to continue a 100% record against a David Moyes-led Everton, who are unbeaten at home, won 3-2 on their last assignment on the road. But know that Anfield very rarely offers anything but pain to those in this city who wear red instead of blue. The 247th Merseyside derby is live. It just gets you every time. Everton manager David Moyes has never won a match at Anfield in 22 attempts. Will today be the day that finally he paints Anfield blue? This is Talksport. Anfield is the stage. Merseyside is the backdrop. A city that bleeds red or blue, and a game that is always hot-blooded. Before we start, Liverpool are going to pay tribute to 2 players who passed away in the last couple of months. The great Joey Jones, the first Welshman to lift the European Cup against Borussia Mönchengladbach, and Bobby Graham, a goal machine of the 1960s.
We loved him for his passion and fearless nature, and he was a true Anfield hero. Bobby Graham, a talented forward who made 137 appearances, scoring 42 goals under Bill Shankly.
All the players players have come up to the centre circle and will observe either a minute of silence or a moment of applause ahead of kick-off here at Anfield.
Rest in peace, Joey. Rest in peace, Bobby. And the period of appreciation will start now.
Tomorrow we're round the grounds on Game Day Live from the Emirates as Arsenal take on Manchester City. This afternoon, Adrian Durham brings you the best goal service on the dial. Faster and sharper than anywhere else. Talksport 2's got commentary right now from the EFL as Leicester take on Coventry. Later on, it's Sheffield United against Charlton. Well, it's the lunchtime kickoff that always draws attention. No fixture in English football simmers quite like this. Liverpool and Everton, neighbours and rivals, live on Talksport. And Charlie Adam has had a foot in both camps. He's here at Anfield, high up on the main stand, just left of the halfway line. Liverpool have lost just one of their last 28 home games against Everton. How does David Moyes buck that trend here today?
Yeah, obviously they have to be really aggressive and be in control of discipline is massive in these games. You know, you have to try and keep your head, keep cool and wait for that moment. But for Everton, with that front three, they'll look to be aggressive. But what will happen is your Kerkez, Bradley, they're going to force Grealish and they're going to force Ndai back the pitch. So it's really important that when they can get an opportunity to press the game, they do it. They don't allow it. Liverpool just control the game without putting any pressure on the ball.
Two teams just straddling the halfway line. Liverpool all in red with thick white trim, attacking the goal away to our left, the Anfield Road end, where the Everton supporters have made the short hop across Stanley Park or from wherever in the city they reside. Everton in their traditional blue shirts, white shorts and blue socks, attacking the Kop end in the first half. Ball sent down the left for Gakpo to chase. Liverpool with Alisson in goal, Bradley, Konate, Van Dijk and Kerkez the back four. Gravenberch, Szoboszlai and McAllister in midfield, Salah, Ekitike and Gakpo. And Everton with Pickford in goal, O'Brien, Keane, Tarkowski, and I think this is key, Mikolenko playing at left back today. Gay and Garner in the middle of the park. Njai, Dewsbury Hall and Grealish behind Beto, who had a goal disallowed here last season in attack. And Ekitike closes down Tarkowski as Everton look to try and play out from the back. They play it to the right edge of the area. Tarkowski looks to launch it. Ekitike blocks it. It's out for a throw-in in the right full-back position where Jake O'Brien will take the throw-in. He has been a regular this season, starting most of the games at right back. Into Garner, who's been playing at left back but is now back in midfield, his more comfortable position. Garner Gay has lost it to Ekitike, who's pinched the ball 10 yards from the edge of the area. Then sent a cross in from the right-hand side to Salah. It's headed away by Keane, and then Grealish is fouled as Everton look to try and escape by Conor Bradley, who's been detailed to come and try and nullify his threat today, and it's a free kick to Everton on the edge of the penalty area. But what they can't do, Charlie, is get caught like that in possession. Ekitike robbing the ball.
Yeah, Idrissa Gueye, they're trying to take a touch in the middle of the pitch in the first 2 or 3 minutes of a derby match. Just hook it on, keep the game, get up the pitch and try and get it out of the areas that Liverpool are dangerous. But it's a big day for Conor Bradley, because in the last game at Goodison Park last year, he got took off. He nearly got sent off, and Arne Slot took him off and brought Trent on quite early in the half and in the second half. So it's a big game for Conor Bradley against Grealish, 1v1. But also a big game for Ndai, because Kerkez wants to take him the other way.
Here is Kerkez down the left-hand side, getting to the edge of the area, producing a cross into the box, which is too close to Pickford, who just pushes the ball down and gathers it up and runs up to the edge of the penalty area. Liverpool began the Premier League with 4 consecutive wins. They conceded 4 goals and scored 9. They got a maximum 12 points in the bag. They're top of the league. They can extend that this lunchtime. They won their Champions League opener as well, but it has been all a little bit dramatic so far. Everton have had a promising start to the season, a poor game against Leeds on the opening weekend of the campaign, but the Merseyside derby at Anfield always seems to remain a bit of a psychological barrier for them. Ball cross-field from left to right, looking for Njai to try and test Kirkes once again. Goes out of play and away for a throw in, level with the edge of the penalty area. 4 minutes gone. This is Talksport. It's Liverpool 0, Everton 0. And a throw in to be taken by Kirkes, who I think will probably stay on his feet should he go wandering forward this week.
Well, hopefully he's better than he was last week, because he was off quite early against Burnley, wasn't he?
Yes.
But again, he's a talent.
So is this boy, Njai, trying to wriggle free of a grasp of 4 red shirts down the right-hand side. They've retained possession well here and then sent it down the right-hand side. There's a tackle by Kirkes on Njai, which will endear him to the supporters. McAllister's got it down by the corner flag, deep inside the Liverpool half. He's trying to turn out the vice-like grip that Everton have got on Liverpool in that full-back area. Eventually it goes out of play and it's away for a throw-in, away to our right-hand side. 0-0.
Yeah, just going to Kirkes, you know, the level he showed at Bournemouth was incredible, wasn't it? The goal, the assists and the energy that he has in the forward areas, getting up and down. But to then take that to here, because this crowd can do things to you in terms of...
Oh, brilliant from Ekitike, takes it over the top of the defender, pokes it into the path of McAllister. It goes wide towards the right, back in towards Bradley, who's trying to get into the penalty area, and it's just a bit behind him from Salah, and it's cleared away. But it was a super bit of play from Ekitike, who started this derby in great form. He's nicked the ball a couple of times, he's caused a few problems for Everton already. He's determined to prove a point in the absence of Alexander Isak. Here on the left-hand side is Gakpo getting into the area. Right-footed, nudges the ball to Gravenberg. Then back into midfield, McAllister. Then Gravenberg again. Back wide to the left and Kirkes. Everton trying to funnel back into shape and get behind the ball here. Bit of space for McAllister, who scored at Goodison last season and actually drew a tackle from Tarkowski, which could have resulted, and probably should have resulted, in a red card here at Anfield. Szoboszlai inside the box, pokes it back. Right side of the area, Ekitike's just dropped out for a moment, then sent it wide onto Szoboszlai. He's moved into the box, Ekitike. He wants it back again. Liverpool keeping possession well, but it's very tight and congested on the edge of the box, and Everton trying to block all of the little gaps and the channels. And Darren England, who's refereeing his first ever Merseyside derby, has just got in the way of that pass from McAllister and will give the Argentine an uncontested drop ball.
He's got a pair of Doc Martens on, he can't move his feet. It's unbelievable. Get out of the way, ref.
They're back in fashion now.
Yeah.
You know, it's all coming
better
back
than
now.
your cowboy boots, I think I'm hearing.
Oh dear.
Brazil was on to you here.
Here is Gakpo, left side of the 6-yard box, trying to pull the trigger, and he ends up miskicking it, and it goes back out towards the left-hand side. He chases it. It's collected by Gakpo once again. He motors in field, plays it out to Konate, looks to try and turn the ball back in to Conor Bradley. Bradley travels with the ball centrally, then finds Van Dijk, who scored that dramatic winner in midweek. He turns it back in field to Bradley again. Bradley tries to find Gakpo onto Ekitike. Tight feet on the edge of the box, takes it just outside the D. Everton defending well, but Liverpool probing here, trying to get the opener. It's what Everton can do when they can get hold of the ball to try and release themselves on the counter-attack, but they can't get to halfway because Szoboszlai has snaffled up Grealish and put the ball out of play as a throw-in.
Great reaction from Szoboszlai there, but I like the link-up between Gakpo and Ekitike. The good thing is both similar profiles, big but athletic, and both can play off a side but also as a number 9. So if Ekitike wants to come and play on this left-hand side, Gakpo could go and play as a 9. So a lot of fluidity within this team, and Everton are camped in their own box at the moment.
Bradley gets it back into midfield, and it's collected by Gravenberg. Then out wide towards the left-hand side, it's collected by Gakpo, travels towards the edge of the box, looks to get the return from Milos Kirkes. It was a little bit untidy, and the ball's released to halfway, and Konate has to get in front of Beto before he can try and spring a counter-attack for Everton, who at the moment have just been squeezed into their own half of the field of play. 8 minutes gone, Liverpool 0, Everton 0. This is Talksport live on a Saturday lunchtime, and we're here with Sky Sports. Don't forget that with Now you can stream all the Sky Sports action flexibly, like Manchester United Chelsea live today. Search Now Sports. Here is Gakpo down the left, trying to get into the penalty area, overruns it, and it goes out for a goal kick away to our left. And Liverpool made a positive start, Charlie.
Yeah, listen, they're in control of the game. There's plenty of possession, plenty of passing, speed in the pass. That's one thing that Slot will be looking for, the speed of the pass to try and break the line from Everton, because they're going to be sat in little combinations, 1-2s, between the top end of the pitch.
Well, Arne Slot talked about the Derby Day passion and the build-up to the game, having been involved in a couple of controversial, spicy derbies last season. It does add a different dynamic. Liverpool certainly had a tougher week than their Merseyside rivals with that game against Atletico on Wednesday. They clearly wanted everyone to get their money's worth, didn't they? Because they didn't win it once, they won it twice. Grealish trying to hold off Bradley. The referee gives no foul for that contact. A little smile towards Darren England. John Brooks is the VAR today, by the way. Ball came into Grealish, who was being held by Conor Bradley.
Yeah, it was a bit of pulling and throwing. But
Kirkes has wandered into midfield. He's received the ball from the defence and played it out wide to the left. Gakpo's taken over inside the area now, trying to poke it through to Ekitike. Blocked off by a combination of O'Brien and Gay, who stepped in front of him and squeezed him out of the ball. And now a chance for Everton to break. Njai, tricky little feet, getting away from Gakpo. Did he get a foul there? No, the referee says play on, fair tackle. Gakpo's turned it over and Liverpool have it back again. Njai wants a free kick he's not going to get.
No, it's not a free kick. It's brilliant from Gakpo getting back and nicking the ball off Ndiaye, but it's that's where Everton need to be when they win the ball. What a pass.
Ball in by Salah, in towards Gravenberch! And he hooks it over Jordan Pickford and puts Liverpool into the lead. It's a terrific start for Arne Slot's men in the Merseyside derby. Salah's ball in, Gravenberch's hook finish, and Liverpool are in front in a flash. Liverpool 1, Everton 0.
Yeah, brilliant play. Salah outside, cuts inside, and actually just flicks the ball over the head of Michael Keane, and Gravenberch runs from the pocket and just flicks it over Jordan Pickford. It's an unbelievable finish.
And it all started with Gakpo's tackle.
Yeah, it's not a foul. It's not a foul. It's good play from Gakpo. But once Mykolenko allows Salah inside, it's a lovely run, lovely ball, and he flicks it over with his right foot into that past Jordan Pickford.
Well, he didn't score many goals last season from a deeper position. There has been a tactical shift. He's played a little bit higher up at times in this campaign, and he already has 2 goals to his name. He's never lost a Merseyside derby, and that was a really good finish. An intelligent ball into him from the right side from Salah, and after Gakpo turned the ball over on halfway, Liverpool made the most of it, and Gravenberch has put them in front. It's Liverpool 1, Everton 0, live on Talksport this lunchtime. And it's a goal that certainly had Anfield on its feet.
Yeah, it's been a brilliant start from Liverpool. Really dynamic in the play, real energy at the top end of the pitch. And then you've got that quality of Mo Salah and Gravenberch from that deep run. Nobody tracked the run over the ball ahead of Michael Keane, and it's a wonderful finish.
Liverpool keep hold of the ball inside their own 18-yard box. No pressing initially from Everton, so Alisson has the time to pick out his pass to Kirkes, who outleaps the defender. O'Brien finds Ekitike, reversed into Gakpo, and Njai has to nick the ball off him this time, and does successfully, and stops Everton from having to deal with even more pressure. Grealish can't take the ball in, miscontrols it, it spills out to the far side, and it goes out for a throw-in. Now it's back into Gravenberch again, just overstretching slightly, so that invited a challenge from Garner. Garner slid in and poked the ball towards the halfway line, and Van Dijk gets it back to his goalkeeper. Liverpool lead by a goal to 0. That goal scored by Gravenberch. And it's the first of the Liverpool goals that they'll probably need in order to see out victory. I mean, they keep gifting leads away so often. Well, they'll have to rack up a few more before everybody around here feels comfortable.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But again, it's the problem. What's causing is that Kirkes and Conor Bradley, they're coming playing really high and trying to play in behind Idrissa Gueye and Jimmy Garner at the full-back positions. They're playing high as like in 8 positions. So all of a sudden, the people behind them are wondering why there's full-backs in their position, which is not normal. Then you get attracted to the ball, and that's when the space is now coming out. And then it allows Ekitike or Gakpo just to roll out to a side to then get out of the press that Everton have at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, he's done tactically so well, I think, Arne Slot, to evolve this team. They focus a lot on patient possession at times and sometimes slick technical play. They do take smart risks, though, when they press in attack. They love the wide areas, And they love using those fullbacks to get involved with the attackers as well. And that makes a major difference.
Absolutely, because they're very comfortable with the ball. You know, both fullbacks today, especially Kirkes and Bradley, are comfortable with the ball.
Ekitike pinches it off Dewsbury Hall, who's got a problem with McAllister, who's nudged him to the floor. McAllister continues, gets to the edge of the penalty area, guides it back to Kirkes. Kirkes gets away from Njai, back out to McAllister, and Liverpool keep the ball high up inside Everton territory. Many would have lost it there, but Liverpool kept hold of it well. We played nearly 15 minutes. This is Talksport live at the Merseyside derby, and Liverpool lead by a goal to nil. The goal coming from Gravenberch. Salah's assist again out on that right-hand side, and I think he's had quite a quiet start to the campaign, really, by his high standards, although his numbers don't say that. It's 3 goals and 3 assists already this campaign. Here is Njai as the ball into the box is cut out by Tarkowski, elevated forward by Jake O'Brien, up to the halfway line, headed away by Van Dijk, and Tarkowski should tidy up for Everton at the back.
Yeah, they're the type of passes that need to be better from Jake O'Brien up to Beto, because he's playing against the 2 big lads up there in Konate and Van Dijk, who are just dominating.
Szoboszlai's got it again after a mistake by Dewsbury Hall, out to the wide right position. Salah skips infield, gives it to Szoboszlai. He chips it towards the edge of the 6-yard box, headed away by Tarkowski. He prods it out for a throw-in over on the far side, and it's a throw-in to Liverpool, who have been relentless so far. They're putting the pressure on Everton here, leading by a goal to nil. Gravenberch, the goal scorer, has it wide right, flicked in by Szoboszlai, helped on by Bradley. Salah inside the area now, tries to curl it, far corner, it's over the bar. Oh, it was close, it was really close. And again, they just don't let them breathe. Ball in from the right-hand side into Salah, finding himself in space inside the area. He turned and immediately had one thing on his mind. He didn't take a touch. His first touch was to try and curl it in the far corner, and it was only about 3 inches wide.
Yeah, it's good play from Salah. He pounces on Garner's bad pass, and he goes and just opens up first time and just clips over the bar. But Liverpool have been relentless. They're suffocating Everton in that final third, and Everton can't get out because the quality to the top end of the pitch has not been there so far, and it's a tough ask for Beto up there on his own against the 2 lads.
Ball's just gone back towards the right fullback area, and Allison's tried to clear and given it straight to Jimmy Garner. Garner trying to travel down the left now, plays it against Bradley, goes out of play over on the far side. Liverpool leading by a goal to nil in the Championship. Birmingham nil, Swansea nil, Leicester nil, Commentary nil. That's live on Talksport 2. Queen's Park Rangers nil, Stoke City nil, Blackpool nil, Barnsley nil, Bolton 1, Wigan nil. I don't think we ever thought that after their starts to the season that Bolton Wigan would be 0-0 for very long. Lincoln 1, Luton nil, and in League 2, Cambridge nil, Fleetwood nil, and Harrogate nil, Shrewsbury nil. And the battle of the strugglers will keep you in touch with all of the goals as they go in this lunchtime in the EFL. Remember, there's live commentary over on Talksport 2 right now. And later on today, 2:30, we've got Round the Grounds with Adrian Durham. It's the best goal service on the radio, without a doubt. Make sure you take that with you wherever you're going this afternoon. And a little treat for you tonight, Fulham against Brentford is live on Talksport at 8 o'clock. An extra Premier League fixture for you. So a double dose of derby action on this Saturday afternoon here on Talksport. Liverpool bossing this encounter so far, but we've only played 17 and a bit minutes. Here is Alisson, back to Van Dijk. Van Dijk looking to try and find a way forward, goes left to Alexis McAllister, the World Cup winner, just on the halfway line. Back into Van Dijk, a little half turn from Szoboszlai, and then into Ekitike, who's just made that position in between the lines his own in the early part of the game. He looked to try and get away from Garner Gay and Garner, and they managed to nullify him on that occasion. And they have given away a throw on the far side, Liverpool. But he's causing real problems, Ekitike, as well, by taking up a slightly deeper position when Liverpool are in possession.
Yeah, and the one thing about Idrissa Gueye is he goes and chases the ball, and he gets attracted to the ball. So it allows a space in behind you. And that's what a slot will be working on, and saying when the Garner Gay goes to jump to McAllister, the pass is in behind him, and that's where you could see Ekitike dropping off, trying to get in that space and getting on that half turn, and then running at the back 4 of Everton.
Well, Liverpool haven't given Everton a sniff in the game so far. This is Szoboszlai over on the right. Salah up for it today. Faces up Mykolenko, plays it down the right into Bradley. Bradley back to Salah. You just wonder how fit Mykolenko is, having missed last week's game and missed 2 earlier games in the campaign. Infield to Van Dijk, wide to the left now, and Gakpo, the Dutchman, tries to nudge it forward into the path of the Hungarian Kerkez. It's back to Gakpo again, then there's space in the middle for Gravenberg. He takes over, slips it down the side of Gakpo, chested down by McAllister, shoots, cannons off to Bradley, he strikes it, good block by Mikalenko out to the far side. They just won't stop. It's non-stop red pressure.
Yeah, the overloads are in that wide area from with Gakpo and Kerkez running from the pocket. A little slide on the side. Good play from Liverpool again. Opportunity, but Everton are having to throw the bodies on the line. They're having to dive in the box to get blocks, and that's what you come up against when they have so much possession and they're struggling with that opportunity. But now Gakpo's 1v1 against O'Brien.
Down the left-hand side again, trying to produce a cross into the box, steered away by Tarkovsky, who managed to get a header in ahead of Ekitike. Picked up by Njai over on this near side. There was a bit of pushing, shoving going on from Kerkez. He had a hand in the shirt there as well. The free kick is given by Darren England in the right full-back position. Mo Salah has scored 8 goals against Everton for Liverpool in the Premier League. Only Steven Gerrard has more Mersey derby goals in Premier League history, and he's had a bright start to the game. He was good on Wednesday, but he wasn't really his old self prior to that. And as we reach the 20th minute, the Liverpool fans, as they will continue to do, and quite rightly, celebrate the life of Diogo Jota. Shirts held aloft, his chant does the round. It's always an emotional moment that sometimes catches you a little bit off guard, but the fans always remember and will always remember.
It's one thing, this a special football club, they always remember the players, and it's a tough time for the football club in the summer.
Absolutely horrendous, but not only for the football club but for his friends and family as well, and it is something that will scar Liverpool for a little while. Ball into the box on the right side, flicked away by Salah, edge of the penalty area, and picked up by Garner, and he sees it all the way back to Pickford, who's inside his own half. We was talking about Salah. This season actually is his lowest return per 90 in a Reds jersey in terms of shots on target, expected goals and touches in the opposition box, and that's despite the fact that he's got 3 goals and 3 assists so far.
Yeah, but again, but what we've said is he's not started to fire yet, is he? So when he does go,
that's worrying for everybody else.
Exactly that. You know, he's only scored 3 and 3 assists, so it's poor return for what the numbers are of Mo Salah. But you know, as the season goes, he's always fit, plays every game, and then numbers will be incredible come the end of the season, and they'll need them. He'll need Mo Salah firing and scoring a lot of goals if they want to win the big prizes at the end of the season.
And that's what they want to do. That's why they spent so much money in the summer. And as David Moyes pointed out, they spent more money on one player than Everton spent on the whole squad rejuvenation in the summer. Here is McAllister over towards the halfway line, tackled by Njai. One back by Everton with Garner, and then slipped down the side by Idrissa Gueye on towards Beto. The ball didn't bounce kindly for him, just came across his body. He waited slightly, and then Konate made sure that he couldn't get a second bite of the cherry. It's out for a corner. Yeah,
that's what Beto gives you. He gives you that run in behind, and again, that's the moment for Liverpool that they do get worried. When you got in that half turn, can you slide the ball down the side of Van Dijk or Konate? And Beto's very clever in terms of his run and his movement, because he caused a lot of problems last season here with that movement and that run, and got opportunities through that.
And Charlie will be interested to see how they construct this corner kick, having been Everton's set-piece coach last season. Here is the corner, Dewsbury Hall into the centre, punched away by Alisson, headed down by Keane and away by Van Dijk from the penalty spot to get it to the halfway line. Mikalenko in a short sleeve shirt, closely cropped hair, plays it to the left, and Idrissa Gueye, the diminutive midfield player, who plays it wide towards the languid Grealish, who lays it back off to Idrissa Gueye, whose shot is blocked by Szoboszlai, and Salah's done brilliant to hold off Mikalenko, bump the ball back to Szoboszlai. He canters forward, plays it out wide towards the right. Salah takes over, his left-footed cross takes a deflection, comes to Gakpo, who hits it into the ground, and it's over the bar. What a break.
Yeah, but that's what Liverpool are about. Devastating counter-attack there. Mo Salah not even looking at the ball, but just using his body to block and get the pass off, and Szoboszlai's backing it up. But I think Salah can actually have probably slipped Conor Bradley down the side there, and he tried to deliver, but if you're Gakpo, you'd expect him to do a little bit better.
Yeah, he hit it first time as it was coming out of the sky. Not an easy one to hit. Into the ground it went, and over the top of the crossbar.
It's interesting that Liverpool have actually changed the press. Normally it's Salah that presses with the striker with the number 9, but today they've actually gone with Szoboszlai because it allows then Mykolenko the outball, but today they're not allowing that to happen, so they've also worked on that, thinking that Mykolenko was the outball for Everton.
He is a bit of a pressing machine, isn't he, Szoboszlai?
Oh, his numbers are incredible, how he goes around the pitches. His numbers are amazing.
Here is Grealish over on the far side. Back to Mykolenko, then into Keane. Keane towards the right. It's collected by Tarkowski. Travels forward into the Liverpool half of the field in a blue shirt, untucked at the waist. It's a bit rainy and drizzly here on Merseyside today. In fact, it was pretty stormy this morning. But it's still drizzling out on the playing surface as the ball is kicked long by Pickford towards the right side, looking for O'Brien. Flicked away by Gakpo. It's out for a throw-in deep inside Liverpool territory. Everton have it. We played 25 minutes. 1-0 to the home team. Gravenberch scoring his second goal of the season after a Salah pass from the right-hand side. It's Arne Slot on the edge of his technical area, just trying to push people forward and get them out and not allow them to sit deep. Pickford into Keane, under pressure. Gets away from Szoboszlai, who was pressing this time. Up to halfway it goes, but Van Dijk nips in ahead of Ndiaye, and then Ndiaye, getting a little bit frustrated, clips the ankles of McAllister. And that's going to be a free kick just 7 yards inside Everton territory, while on this left-hand side.
Yeah, it's good play from Everton, but again, that was the pass. Tarkowski played a straight pass into Ndiaye, and that's bread and butter for the centre-backs to go and win it. They win it, and then all of a sudden McAllister gets an half-turn, they have to foul, but Everton need to keep the ball for a little bit longer if they can. Find that spare player, get the possession. They had a throw in here nearly on the 18-yard box and end up back at the goalkeeper, so they need to try and keep as much pressure in that Liverpool half as they can.
Gale and Force have scored for Bolton Wanderers. They lead Wigan now by 2-0. Lincoln 1-0 up against Luton in League One. Those are the only goals elsewhere in the country so far today. Liverpool lead by 1-0, and last season under Arne Slot, Liverpool won the title 4 games to spare, and they outscored every other team in the league significantly. But it's defending they've got to do here, because Grealish has just rolled the ball into the penalty area, and Dewsbury Hall with a chance from the edge of the 6-yard box to smash the ball in. They scored a similar goal like that the other week, and he has just elevated the ball over the top of the crossbar. But that just underscores Everton's threat. Grealish providing the ball down the left channel for Dewsbury Hall, who sends it wide of goal.
Yeah, it's lovely play from Grealish. Opened his body up, takes it past Gravenberch, and he just slides Dewsbury Hall onto that 6-yard box, and he goes for the near post. Probably should have went across the goalkeeper.
I think they scored a goal almost identical to that against Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Absolutely, same type of pass, slid down the side, but he should have went across the goalkeeper.
Kirkes trying to get away from Ndiaye, who's going to get a yellow card.
Yeah, he's had a couple of fouls now, Ndiaye.
Don't think he'd have too many complaints. There's a totting up process for the Senegalese international. That one a rather cynical trip that could have ended up with a yellow card on its own. Yeah,
it was a good play from Kirkes. Rolled past Ndiaye, and now he has to be clever. Just on a yellow card, and especially against a player like Kirkes, who wants to take you all the way back. He can't be rash. Especially in this fixture as well. Give out more cards than Clinton's. Here is... Yeah, I've got a red card on your bet.
I have. Not that I'm cheering it on, of course. Here is... that's a charity bet, by the way, folks, just in case you've just joined us. Yep. For the Bobby Moore Fund.
Absolutely, great.
Here is Gravenberch trying to get the wrong side of Garner, who guides it back to Mykolenko, and then he finds Pickford, who was under a bit of pressure from Ekitike. It's elevated high into the air. It's headed down by Dewsbury Hall, but Liverpool mop it up, and the loose ball is won by McAllister in towards the right. Ekitike through the legs of the goalkeeper, and he scores. Of course he does, determined to show that he's no one's understudy. Hugo Ekitike with his 4th goal in Liverpool red steers them into a 2-goal first half lead. Another brilliant Liverpool move on the turnover, and he scored once more. He takes a bow in front of the Anfield Road end. Liverpool lead by 2-0.
Yeah, it's lovely play, isn't it? It comes from Dewsbury Hall. He tries to head it and flick it into midfield when he can actually control it. Lovely play with Szoboszlai and McAllister, and a lovely slide. Great pass into Ekitike, and it's a brilliant finish through the legs of Jordan Pickford. That link-up play, little 1-2 slide, brilliant movement from the striker, and he wrapped it away, and lovely, lovely goal.
Hugo Ekitike left on the bench in midweek as Isaac made his debut. He made a terrific start to his Liverpool career with 3 goals in the first 3 games. And he has another one in a Merseyside derby. And if you wanted to endear yourself to this Liverpool crowd, that fella has known how to do it. He's been sharp from minute 1.
Yeah, he's been excellent, hasn't he? His movement's been brilliant. He's been a real handful for that back line of Everton. But now he's gone to Isak, sat on the bench. Come on then. There's a game on between the two of us. I wouldn't be surprised if they've actually having a bit of fun together during the season in terms of being top goal scorer, because that's what teams are all about, team spirit, trying to build the cohesion within the group. And it looks like, listen, he started like a house on fire in the Premier League for Liverpool.
It was a brilliant ball by Gravenberch into him after Liverpool won it. McAllister played an intelligent pass to the right. It was slipped down the inside right channel by Gravenberch. And Ekitike, you had no doubts as soon as he got into that position that he was going to steer it past Jordan Pickford. And Liverpool lead by 2-0. And this is a problem for Everton now. Obviously, they're very good at containing teams usually. They haven't been able to contain Liverpool. So what is the response?
Well, they can't open up, because if they do, they know that this Liverpool team could cause you a lot of problems. So they have to consolidate, get together and find the momentum within the game in the next period of the match. Can they get some passes together and get a little bit of confidence and hopefully get an opportunity that gives them a little bit of a spark to think, OK, we can get back into this game. And they nearly had it with Dewsbury Hall. You know, and they're the moments you get. You might only get one moment, but you have to take it.
Well, they are going to get a set piece here, are they? No, the referee says play on, and then Mikalenko is trying to bundle down that left-hand side. He then runs into Bradley, gives away a free kick, and it's actually a Liverpool ball in the right full-back position. And they have to try and find a way to construct attacks now. It might just be the odd rampage, but at least they'll get a little bit of encouragement from the fact that Liverpool are 2-0 up, and that usually means there's a chance for someone to have a comeback.
Well, hopefully again, Mo Salah does brilliant with his body there.
And he's found Gakpo, as he know, because O'Brien has managed to clear it away. Headed by Gakpo, back by Idrissa Gueye. Across comes Mikalenko, attempting to clear, spoons it into the Kenny Dalglish stand opposite us, and it goes out for a throw-in. Bradley thought he'd kept it in and tried to continue the charge. What a day for Hugo Ekitike, given the nod ahead of Isaac, who wasn't 100% fit, bought in at great cost after an excellent spell in the Bundesliga, 15 goals and 8 assists last season for Eintracht Frankfurt. He's 6'3". He can play off the left, he can go through the middle, he's a terrific footballer, and he's certainly someone who knows where the goal is, and he's proved it.
This is what Liverpool want. Everton 4-5-1, low block, plenty of possession, good rotations, the fullbacks running from a pocket, so again dominating the ball. Can we get up the pitch? Everton can't get out, there's no pressure on the ball, so they're going to struggle.
Beto trying to hold on to it, just does manage to shield it, gives it to Dewsbury Hall. There's no one in front of him, so he's got to do everything himself. He's done brilliantly actually to retain possession the way he did.
Yeah, he's running into the two big lads there, but he does really well to keep the ball, and they're the moments when you can get up the pitch to try and take a little bit of steam off that back line to get us up the pitch, to get some confidence. You know, they're the moments, but you can't keep turning over, because this Liverpool team in transition are incredible.
They've had 6 shots already in Liverpool in the game. They've got 65% ball possession so far. They lead by 2-0. Ekitike with the latest of 2 goals that Liverpool have scored here already this afternoon. Live on Talksport. We're here at Anfield on Game Day Live, and it is 2-0 to Liverpool. with Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Here for it. Book now at enterprise.co.uk. Here's Beto trying to hold it up. Oh, he's a little bit loose with his pass, and then he almost gave away a free kick. Ekitike looks to run into the left channel, but across comes Idrissa Gueye and wins it back. He's got to be able to hold on to the ball there, Beto, if Everton have any chance of getting back into this game. Here's Njai on the right-hand side, duelling with Kirkes. It's back to O'Brien, and then on to Garner. Idrissa Gueye moves up to the edge of the area. O'Brien gets into almost a right-wing crossing position, didn't decide to elevate it into the box. They went further centrally and then back out to the right for an opportunity for Njai to take on Kirkes. Again, there's two Liverpool bodies in front of him, so he has to go back to halfway, and Everton just enjoying a little bit of possession for the first time in the match. Njai almost getting dispossessed by McAllister. Back to Garner once again. Down the right it goes to O'Brien. He will cross this time into the box. It's a little bit behind Beto, but it comes to Dewsbury Hall. Help forward towards Beto again, and he can't get it under control. It hits his chest. Mikalenko's ball forward was stabbed into the box, and as he turned to try and get on the end of it, it connected with Beto's upper right bicep and went through to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, it was unlucky there. Mikalenko just nicked one forward, and Beto just couldn't get his chest round to get that second shot. But a little bit more patience from Everton there, keeping the ball. But if they can get it to that opposite side with Grealish and Dewsbury Hall on the opposite side, that's where the overload is. Because Salah is doing the work back the pitch, but you know they're allowing Keane to get onto the ball, and that's where they can get higher up the pitch with that ball over on that left hand side with Grealish and Dewsbury Hall.
Still 0-0 over on Talksport 2 as Leicester take on Coventry in the 12:30 Championship kick-off there. It's also 0-0 Birmingham Swansea and Queen's Park Rangers against Stoke as well. It's not 0-0 here, and Everton have got it all to do. And their danger really does come from those wide areas. Njai and Grealish have had such great statistics at the beginning of the campaign. Feeding them is difficult, especially in an environment like this where Liverpool's so well choreographed, so well organised tactically. Little shifts to overload the midfield area as well just makes Everton panic. That's not a great kick by Alisson though, and he's given the ball away to Njai, and Njai's travelling down the right, producing a cross. Beto with the ball a bit behind him, trying to hook it goalwards, but he was off balance as he did so, and it went over the top of the crossbar. But I suppose that's Everton's best hope, isn't it, that Liverpool make a mistake and give them a chance.
Yeah, it wasn't a great kick from Alisson, but Njai does really well there, and just a bit behind Beto. It was a tough task, wasn't it, to take that in, but Everton are getting a little bit more in terms of confidence going forward, but they have to be better with the ball. It comes again there, the difference between Ekitike, when it goes up to him, he holds it up, he supports, he links the play. When it's going up to Beto, it's bouncing back, and then all of a sudden they're getting caught. So when it's going up to the big fella, he needs to hold it up for the team, because they're in a tough spell at the moment.
And he goes through spells, doesn't he? I'm not sure that holding the ball up is his best facet.
No, his asset is running behind, and he's got good speed. But what I would say is the work that he does put in terms of in the training pitch, he's one that wants to learn and wants to get better, and he wants to improve, which is good as a coach.
Yeah, he had a tough day, didn't he, in the opening night of the season against Leeds United. By the way, that was some ball from Szoboszlai, but Bradley didn't get it. But as they turn it over, there's a bit of a gap behind him, and Grealish is trying to expose that. The former England winger travels forward, plays a reverse ball out to the left. Mikalenko towards the edge of the area, produces a cross. Njai coming in at the back post, a little shove in the back for Kirkes, and then it's cleared away by Liverpool. But Everton maybe just growing in a little bit of confidence. They know that Liverpool have a history of throwing away 2-goal leads. They have that already today. O'Brien into the box, away by Van Dijk. Good strong header by him. It goes out for a throw in, level with the edge of the area, on the near side, the right, as Everton look at it.
Yeah, these are the moments, Sam, that you need to, when you've got possession and you're doing well, and you feel like the confidence is in there, that's when you have to try and take that moment. And Everton are starting to put a little bit of pressure on Liverpool here with a long throw coming in the box. They nearly scored last year here with a long throw, so again it'll be interesting to see what the setup will be now.
Was that down to you?
Well, there was a discussion, but no, it was just part of something that you think you can work on. And you know, Jacob Bryan's got a long throw, Jimmy Garner's got a long throw, and there's a discussion within the staff that you think was an opportunity. Brentford have been key for it for years now, so Tottenham are coming really strong with it, so it's part of the game.
It certainly is. It's the comeback king of the season, isn't it? Long throws.
Long throws, yeah. Normally you see that Sunday League, Sunday morning, but no, it's in the Premier League, the best league in the world, and you have to try and take advantage of it.
O'Brien's long throw goes in towards the near post. It's Kirkes who gets the first contact, heads it away. Back in by Idrissa Gueye. Tarkowski trying to chase it, but he's not going to get there. Van Dijk held him off with his body, and it goes through to Alisson, and they'll clear it away. They're also very good at corner kicks, and I think you probably do take a little bit of credit for that. They rank first in the Premier League for shots from corners and a 50% share of shots taken after dead ball situations, which means that their set pieces generate more great chances than everybody else in the Premier League apart from Arsenal, which shows how good a job all of you did constructing those set pieces.
No, but you have to, and again, it's the time and the time that you spend on it and the practice that you put into it that gets a reward. But unfortunately, what happens is it's not that the goals are the most important part. Grealish is wanting Bradley booked here.
Yeah, well, he said that's 4 fouls that Conor Bradley has committed on him over on the far side. The latest was a little bit late, and goes all the way through to Pickford, who's going to take the free kick. Van Dijk and Tarkowski just in a little bit of a exchange of views.
Yeah, just again, it's real passion in it. Two captains coming together, and Van Dijk's going to have just out-muscled you a little bit there, but I wouldn't want to get in a fight with they two.
No, that's not one I'd like to referee. Ball headed away. Imagine me in between those two. I'd have to stand on a step
with a cowboy hat and boots.
Oh, crikey, I'm never going to live that down, am I?
No. I'm going to have to look at Instagram later to see this photo.
We're not going there. That's it. 5 minutes to go on the break. You're listening to Talksport.
You work hard to enjoy yourselves in the summer, Sam.
Exactly, yeah. This is what it's all about. You have to have a bit of downtime.
Exactly.
Even if that is doing a bit of two-step and knocking back a bit of Jack Daniels in Nashville. Why not? Here is Konate up towards the halfway line. Tarkowski away. Collected on the near touchline by Njai. There was a foul there by Gakpo. It's going to be a free kick to Everton. This is just 5 yards in front of the halfway line, wide on the right in front of the Liverpool dugout. Arsenal not happy about it, and Everton actually, after conceding that second goal, have just grown into the game a little bit here. If they can get something back before half-time, they might give themselves a little bit of hope that looked forlorn when Ekitike finished off the second big chance of the game. Yeah,
an opportunity here now to put it in the box, get the Joaquin, Beto, Tarkowski up into an area where you think you can go and threaten.
It's Ghana to float it towards the edge of the box, and Keeney's up from the back, so is Tarkowski. Goalkeeper comes and gets crowded, but does brilliantly to punch clear, and then it's headed away by Idrissa Gueye. Salah for a moment thought he was going to escape. Back into the box it goes, away by Van Dijk, wrestling with Tarkowski again. Njai picks up the loose ball. They turn it into the centre, looking for Dewsbury Hall. Idrissa Gueye tries to steer it out wide, missed by Bradley, picked up by Grealish now, who takes back the momentum and sends the ball in towards the near post. It goes out for a corner, and there was a little bit of frustration there because Bradley missed his attempted clearance and interception, and Grealish got the other side.
Yeah, McAllister did well to actually block the cross, but concentration there from Bradley, lets it go under his foot and allows Grealish 1v1, and when he is 1v1 he's dangerous. But opportunity now for Everton just before half-time, set play. Can you go and put it into an area where the big lads could go and attack it, but the 3v1 over the far side if they want to play quick?
And they're all crowning the goalkeeper, and the referee's not going to allow anyone to take anything quick because he's too busy having a instructional meeting.
Well, that was something that we spoke about last year, is that Alisson doesn't like coming through bodies for crosses, especially at set plays, corners and things like that. It's not one of his strong points. He did really well from that corner, but from the free kick, but not from the corners.
Grealish back to the edge of the area. The strike is low and hard from Ghana, blocked by Ekitike and then rifled clear. And you just saw Beto just standing in front of Alisson there as that corner was being prepared to be delivered. And I suppose that sort of leans into what you were saying about him not wanting to come through bodies.
Yeah, we're trying to get bodies round him to come and not have a clear punch or a clear catch. But Beto there trying to do a job and blocking, especially if they're going to go, because they went short. He's around the front of Alisson to not allow him to come for the cross if it comes in the box.
Gueye drifts the ball into the box, headed away by Bradley, won by Szoboszlai, immediately shoots it on towards Salah to chase. Pickford comes out, and he doesn't mind coming out to get involved, and he plays it sensibly into the path of Mykolenko, and it goes square to Idrissa Gueye. And Everton have wrestled back a little bit of possession in the opening, in the final 20 minutes of this second half, having been on the back foot for basically the first 29 minutes of the game. Ball clipped up towards Beto, heads it down into Ndiaye. He can't take that in. Wasn't a great ball down to him, but he couldn't make the most of it, and Liverpool have it back again inside their own half. Leading by 2-0 live on Talksport this lunchtime.
Yeah, he was needing to hold it in with his chest to try and get Everton up the pitch there, but it bounced off him and lose possession.
Liverpool 2, Everton 0. Here are the latest odds, all thanks to Betfair, the official betting partner of Talksport's Premier League coverage, where right now you can back Liverpool to win at 33-1 on. The draw is 16-1, and Everton to win is 66-1. That's all thanks to Betfair. Playing a different league this season with Safe Sub from Betfair.
The game sort of died down, isn't it, since that second goal? There's a calmness about it again in this game. Everton seem to have a little bit more control of it and getting opportunities within this first half late in it, but
is that calmness, or is that a little bit of Liverpool just dozing off a little bit?
Yeah, that's probably the tempo just dropping a little bit, because Liverpool come firing out the blocks, but it seems to have calmed down the speed of the game, and Everton have been able to get a breather and managed to get themselves into it and get a few corners and things like that as well.
You remember last year, actually, Arne Slot sort of suggested that they were sort of dozing off in the middle of matches and not killing games off.
There you go.
Here's Dewsbury Hall down the left-hand side. Beto makes a near post run. Edge of the area is Gueye. Gueye shoots towards the far corner. He never caught it with the required power. It was an excellent Everton move. And as Idrissa Gueye got to the edge of the penalty area, his left-footed shot was scuffed into the arms of Alisson.
It's that space in behind Kanate again, isn't it? Bradley getting sucked out by Grealish. Dewsbury Hall running. It's a lovely pass back to the edge of the box. And Idrissa Gueye didn't get a hold of it. And if he'd done better, maybe an opportunity to really go with his left foot.
Brilliant from Ekitike. Absolutely superb from Ekitike. He was having his shirt pulled, he was being nudged, he was being held, he kept hold of possession, he went wriggling through a very tight gap and then laid it off.
He's a real threat, isn't he? Athletic profile. Been a good acquisition so far for Liverpool,
and he's had a good first half as well. Liverpool aren't flawless, but their record at the moment certainly is, and that isn't going to change unless there is another bout of second half drama. 2 goals, the first coming from Gravenberch after an assist from Salah, the second one a brilliant finish from Ekitike, and it means that the Merseyside derby comes to an end at the first half with Liverpool having a 2-goal lead.
Sam, thank you very much. I'm still here alongside Charlie Adam as some of the fans enjoy some halftime treats and the players head down the tunnel. Let's talk about the goals first of all. Gravenberch set up Salah in midweek. Today he returned the favour. What a great ball from Salah. What a finish though from Gravenberch.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
How does he do that on the volley?
Yeah, it's lovely. He's playing as a 6 today, but again that late run in the box, and it's a lovely ball from Salah. He's probably just clipped it over Michael Keane's head by about 2 or 3 inches, and it's just perfect for Gravenberch to run onto, and he just flicks it with his right foot past Pickford. It's a lovely goal.
It really was, wasn't it? And then he turns from scorer to provider for Ekitike. Another great ball from him as well, and a great finish for Ekitike. But in terms of Gravenberch, I mean, we saw his role change a little bit under Arne Slot last season. He really kind of created that number 6 role for him, if you like. And I mean, is he proving to be possibly one of the best midfielders in the Premier League at the moment?
Well, of course, yeah, he's playing a team that's playing really well, but I still think that Rodri's the best in that position in the world. He's the best number 6. But again, Gravenberch, we have to remember, he's still a young player in terms of being in the football club. But his contribution so far since he's been here has been phenomenal, and he's shown his levels today that he can do a 6, but also can do an 8, and he can finish. But his weight of pass for Ekitike was sensational.
Fantastic, wasn't it?
And then again, when you've got the number 9 in that position, well, we say number 9, he's not got number 9 in his back, but he's a number 9, and it's a lovely finish through the legs of Pickford, and he's looked really sharp, athletic, looked like he's causing a lot of problems. And again, him and Gakpo interchanging a lot in terms of one playing at the top end of the pitch, one incoming playing off the side. So a lot of good movements from them too, and Liverpool have been dominant really, and for that first 25-30 minutes, Everton couldn't get out of their own half.
And that's the thing, because it was in that period that you mentioned when Liverpool were absolutely dominant. But Everton have been able to gain a little bit of momentum, get a few chances. Is that because of Liverpool maybe being a little bit clumsy in possession, allowing them in, or is it just Everton sort of, piling on the pressure a little bit?
I think the game's died a little bit, and where that real intensity for the first 30 minutes, wherever Liverpool got the goals, the game's died a little bit in terms of that intensity, and Everton have been able to find the spaces at the back of Conor Bradley and at the back of Kanate by the forward runs of Dewsbury Hall, and the two best chances have come from that run where he actually has a shot himself, and then the cut back there for Adrissagate at the edge of the box. So that's something that Slot will be looking at, but David will be looking at the same to say that's the area, the key area where we can hurt them. We can drag Conor Bradley out, and then we can slide in the back of at the back of Kanate for that ball. But Everton will be disappointed in terms of how they've played the first 30 minutes. I think they've been really poor in terms of keeping the ball. The difference is the number 9, the top end of the pitch, the two strikers, how they've held it in, linked the play and spun. Beto's not done that for Everton. Things have bounced off them. They've not been able to get a rhythm to get up the pitch. And again,
they could barely get out of their half for the first half an hour.
Exactly that. So what happens there is Grealish has ended up playing nearly as a fullback, and Dye's playing nearly as a fullback. So it's tough to get out, and when they win it, they've got to secure it to get up the pitch.
Yeah, there was a long period of the game where Beto was the only player in that half. Actually, all of the Everton players were caught up there. In terms of what they could do in the second half and where they could sort of take the game, what you mentioned one strategy already. What about the other strategy in terms of something you know about with set pieces? If they do get a set piece, that's where they can really at least use something that's more predictable in their hands.
Yeah, but again, if it's something that Everton will look at as a set play, but Liverpool are so strong at set plays with the height that they've got. They've got Gakpo, they've got Kanate, they've got Ekitike, they've got Gravenberch is big as well, Van Dijk. So that's 5 big players we're talking about. So again, for Everton, it's the opportunity to go and play short maybe when they did in the first half there with Grealish and Dewsbury Hall. But they have to take the time to set it up and get it right, and then ultimately it's the delivery into the area where they're looking to attack. Is it across the front? Is it the back? And again, for the goalkeeper, is that something that Alisson, he doesn't want to really come through bodies, so the more bodies you can get round him, then it becomes a problem for the defence as well.
It does, but one thing we have seen from Liverpool in the last 5 games is they have surrendered 2-goal leads against Bournemouth, against Newcastle and against Atletico Madrid in midweek. Yes, they do look considerably stronger at the moment, considerably more in control of the ball at the moment than Everton do, but will that give Everton some confidence that they can get something back?
It will do, but again, the basics of the game have to be better for Everton if they want to get back into this game. They want to try and keep the ball a little bit better and not play forward, and again, the second goal comes from Dewsbury Hall. Can actually have time to control the ball, but he flicks it on, and then the link up in the transition for Liverpool was so fast that...
Are they not giving themselves the time, or is it because Liverpool are just not allowing them to breathe?
Because Liverpool not allowing them to breathe, and with the pressure at the top end of the pitch of Salah, Gakpo and Ekitike, and the pressure from the lads in behind, that just means that Tarkowski and Keane are going long. And then it's 2v1, it's Van Dijk and Kanate against Beto. There's only going to be one winner there, and that's the 2 big lads at the back for Liverpool. So can they try and play through midfield a little bit more in terms of getting Dewsbury Hall and getting other players on the ball to get up the pitch? But then they have to try and use Beto as well in terms of forward area, and it's the quality of ball down the side to Beto. It's down the sides of Van Dijk, down the sides of Kanate, where they can then get throw-ins higher up the pitch. Then we can squeeze the game. So there's things like that. I'd expect David to be maybe possibly looking at substitutes at half-time as well. So no, it's Everton need to come out, and if they can get the next goal, then that mental shift for these Liverpool players of, by the way, this is another time we've conceded another goal, and they 2 goals gone, but Liverpool are in control of this game so far, and the quality that Liverpool have shown it's been really, really high level. Yeah,
it really has, hasn't it? It's been a joy to watch, and especially the quality of those goals as well. Should be really interesting. It's going to be a huge weekend, of course. Big games throughout. We've got Arsenal against Manchester City tomorrow as well. So big games throughout the weekend. Don't forget that Jeff Stelling and Ali McCoist will be back on Talksport on breakfast on Monday 6 a.m. They're going to be reacting to all the big stories in the Premier League across the course of the next couple of days. Here at Anfield, though, it's at half-time. It's Liverpool 2, Everton 0, and the second half is up next.
Game day exclusive on Talksport with Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Whatever it is, we're here for it.
Food snobs get up to £50 off IKEA kitchen and dining until the 28th of September. So can people who don't like coriander. And people who air fry everything. Anyone can get up to £50 off online or at your local IKEA. Even competitive bakers. Simply sign up to IKEA Family. IKEA, the wonderful everyday. Available from 8th to 28th of September on kitchen and dining products. Minimum spend £50 for full TNCs. Visit ikea.co.uk/TNC.
Incredible scenes here at the Village Hotel's Pub and Grill. Fans are taking their place in the fan zone with stadium-style seating, amazing views on huge screens, and we're underway. Lovely bit of dribbling there as she tackles the burger stack. Now they're getting down the wings. Sticky barbecue. Unbelievable. Oh, and he's hit the bar. And it's there. His favourite ice-cold beer. What a result. Catch every game live in the Pub and Grill at Village. Get in. Find out more at villagehotels.com.
We all fantasize about our perfect home. Watching the big game, cozied up in the snug.
Another 7-0 win!
Balmy summer nights with the kids playing on the lawn.
We're playing real-life football!
But come on, this isn't real. Listen, if you're serious about making your fantasy a reality, find out what your home is worth instantly with a free online valuation estimate. Get real about moving. Get on the market. Most common time to obtain an online quote between 1st of April 2024 and 30th of June 2024 was under 3 minutes. Excludes Northern Ireland.
He's having a blinder. He's clipped the post. He's looking formidable. Then...
Substitution.
His game might be over, but yours isn't. With Betfair's Safe Sub, your bet simply rolls onto the player coming on. Playing a different league with Betfair.
Valid on selected leagues and markets only. Applies to singles, multiples and bet builder bets on qualified player outcome selections. Does not apply to odds boosts. T's and C's and exclusions apply. 18 plus gambleaware.org.
That's not level, mate.
Oh, while you're here, we know you have a lot to get through every day. Searching for low prices shouldn't be one of them. That's why Screwfix check prices daily on over 1,000 essentials and basics. Screwfix. Low price, checked.
The Monopoly game at McDonald's is back. There's over £2 million worth of cash prizes to be won. And a chance to get your hands on some epic prizes. Go on, it's your go. 18 plus, UK, ends 21st of October. Selected menu items. App may be required. May depend on winning moment. See mcdrules.co.uk.
Game day exclusive on Talksport with Sky Sports. Stream the biggest Premier League games flexibly with Now. Like Manchester United versus Chelsea live today. Search Now Sports. 18 plus, stream via internet. Terms apply.
Ignition Football. Game day exclusive on Talksport.
Hello everybody, it's Game Day exclusive live from Anfield for you. It is the Merseyside derby and it is currently Liverpool 2, Everton 0. A breathtaking first half from a Liverpool point of view. Everton really trying to find their way into this game, but it is currently the home side who always traditionally have been winning against Everton in recent years, and that's the way it's going at the moment. Over on Talksport 2, in the half-time scorelines in the Championship, well, it's goalless everywhere. Not a single goal's been scored, neither against Leicester and Coventry. It's also goalless between Birmingham and Swansea and QPR and Stoke. A few goals in League One, though. It's Bolton 3, Wigan 0, Lincoln 1, Luton 0. Goalless, though, between Blackpool and Barnsley. And in League Two, also goalless between Cambridge and Fleetwood and Harrogate and Shrewsbury as well. Just one bit of news to bring you from Tokyo. Liverpool supporting Katarina Johnson-Thompson. She's won a bronze medal in the heptathlon. That's at the Worlds in Tokyo. And now it's time to get the latest from Betfair, the official betting partner of TalkSport's Premier League coverage.
Odds update on TalkSport with Betfair. Play in a different league this season with Safe Sub from Betfair. 18 plus gambleaware.org.
James Mackey from Betfair joins us now. James, the odds were overwhelmingly in favour of a Liverpool victory before the game. I presume they're still in that same vein.
Yeah, even more so now, Reshmin. Liverpool have been superb in that first half, haven't they? And they're now 1-33 on to go on and win the game, being 2-0 up heading into the break. And unfortunately for Everton, 7 of Liverpool's 9 Premier League goals this season before this game have come in the second half of games, with 5 of those 7 coming in the final 10 minutes. So hopefully more goals to come from a Liverpool point of view. However, we've seen this all before this season, haven't we? We were Liverpool giving away a 2-0 lead on 3 occasions already this season. And Everton, although offering very little, are now a huge price of 80-1 to come back and win the game in the second half. And like I said, this game is far from done with on past evidence this season, and the draw coming back at 16-1. Just looking at the players to watch out for in the second half, well, Mohamed Salah, he got himself his assist, but hasn't got that goal yet, and he's 5-2 to score any time in the final 45 minutes. Hugo Ekitike got his first goal in the Merseyside derby, and he'll be looking for more in the second half. He's 13-5 to get his second of the game. Remember, that has safe sub attached to it, so if he goes off and he hasn't scored a second, the player that comes on for him will carry on that leg of the bet. For Everton, they've had very little joy in that first half, and there might be a bit of frustration creeping in the second half, and the midfield duo of Idrissa Gueye and James Garner could be interesting to pick up a card, with Gueye priced at 7-2 and Garner slightly bigger at 9-2. And just on the charity bet wrestling, well, it's a really positive first half.
Yes.
Ekitike got himself on the score sheet, so that leg's in.
Yep,
2 goals. Yeah, exactly. 2 goals in the first half, so it's a great start to the over 3.5 goals bet. And it could just all be down to that elusive red card if there's 2 more goals. And look, anything can happen in this second half. We've seen it in Merseyside derbies. And if that does happen, it will be £1,039.17p to the Bobby Morphin. So all to play for, Reshman.
All to play for. James Mackey, thank you very much. As always, that odds update is thanks to Betfair. Returns accurate as of 10 minutes ago. For verification, see betfair.com. Over 18s only. Conditions apply. Go to begambleaware.org.
Odds update on Talksport with Betfair. Play in a different league this season with Safe Sub from Betfair. 18 plus gambleaware.org.
Well, following us at 2:30, Adrian Durham, as always, will be taking you around the grounds with all the goals as they go in with Game Day Live. He's at Amex for Brighton against Spurs. Adrian, Brighton 13th at the moment, 4 points from 4 games. Quick one. I mean, look, Spurs are flying, but for Brighton, I mean, is there a bit of discontent amongst the fans? Is it a bit harsh on Fabian Hürzeler?
No, the fans are, I think they're okay at the moment. It's their worst start in 5 seasons. He said in the programme today that 4 points is not what they should have had. He thinks they should have had more. They've beaten Man City in that time, which I think eases the pain. But that's one of several Premier League 3 o'clock kickoffs we've got round the grounds in the Premier League and Championship. We've got a game in League One, and we'll have all the goals as they go in from the rest as well. Your usual fare Saturday afternoon on Talksport.
Absolutely, it's going to be a big one. Thank you very much, Adrian. As always, second half is about to kick off here. Change for Everton as well, it looks like. I'm going to hand you over then to our commentary team to explain more. Charlie, Adam, but first, Sam Matterface.
Thank you very much, Reshman. Yes, the change is up top for Everton. Tierno Barry coming on and Beto going off. What do you make of it?
No, not surprised. Beto's not held the ball well enough for Everton to really get up the pitch, and we discussed that half time there. But be interesting to see how Barry does. It's an opportunity for him now to go and show the manager why he shouldn't leave him out.
Well, that's the only change at the start of the second half, with Liverpool leading by 2-0 against Everton. And they've led so often by 2-0 this season. Ekitike, lovely little touch around the corner, around the outside of the defender. Across comes Gueye, puts it out for a throw-in. We know the next page in this book offers more fun usually. 7 of Liverpool's 9 Premier League goals this season before today have arrived in the second half, 5 of those being hammered home in the final 10 minutes of a match. In fact, since the start of last season, no side has bagged more goals in the dying embers of games than the Reds, a staggering 19. Here is Gakpo down the left as they look to start the second half in fine form. I'll run through the 2-11s for you just a second. They're shooting towards the cop end, all in red with thick white trim. Kirkes into Gakpo. Gakpo taking it out of the penalty area, chased by Njai in a blue Everton shirt with white shorts and blue socks. They're attacking the goal towards our left, the Anfield Road end, where their supporters are housed today. Here is McAllister. Ekitike into Gakpo, trying to hold off Garner, who's holding on to him. Referee says play on. In fact, it was O'Brien actually who was holding on to him. O'Brien then travels down the right-hand side of the pitch and runs out of room, gives away a throw into Liverpool, level with the edge of the penalty area.
Yeah, I just like the reaction from the Liverpool players. Of course, I think it is a foul, but they don't stop. They go and get it after it, and then all of a sudden they get a throw in the deep area for an opportunity for Liverpool to go and put it in the box.
And they're going for the long throw.
Even the best teams are throwing it in the box now.
We can't be snobby about it. It's a tactic that works. It causes teams grief, and why not use it if
carnage,
that's the case?
as Keith Andrews says, was it carnage?
I think you're not supposed to jump onto the pitch, though, like Kirkes just did. It's helped on by Van Dijk and goes behind. I mean, I'm pretty surprised that a foul, though, wasn't called there, bearing in mind his left foot was about a yard on the pitch by the time he released the ball.
Yeah, it was a long, short one, wasn't it? It was, I think it slipped at his hand. He's still complaining, saying it slipped his hand, but it was a foul throw.
Yeah, I don't know how the referee didn't award Everton the ball, but anyway, they have a goal kick away to our right, and they're playing out from the back with Pickford and then Michael Keane, and he kicks it long up into the midpoint of the Liverpool half, headed away by Konate, and back down the right it goes for Liverpool. Szoboszlai's fouled, free kick to the home team, who lead by 2-0 and have Alisson in goal. A back four of Bradley, Konate, Van Dijk and Kirkes. Gravenberch, Szoboszlai and McAllister in midfield. Salah, Ekitike and Gakpo in attack. For Everton, Pickford the goalkeeper, O'Brien, Keane, Tarkowski and Mikalenko. Gay and Garner in the centre of the pitch, and Jai, Dewsbury Hall and Grealish behind Tierno Barry in attack. And Tierno Barry has appeared in all 5 games, actually, yet to score for Everton. He was in Spain last season, a powerful 6'5" forward. He's very good in aerial duels. Haven't seen too much of him in front of goals, but he did get goals last season, 11 in 35 appearances.
Yeah, no, he's athletic. He's got a good profile. He's a willing runner, but again, he needs support. Like you say, his aerial duels are incredible, and Everton need to use that by getting Grealish. Can they get Njai? Can you get Cross in the box for him to give him support and service into there?
Well, he did well there, holding the ball up on the far side. It went back to halfway and Grealish has come down the left, and they look to attack for the first time in the second half. Everton trailing by 2-0 to Liverpool. Back it goes to Idrissa Gueye, and then on to Mikalenko's cross into the box, goes into a vacant area inside the penalty area where the only bit of blue was on the boots of Van Dijk, and he kicks clear over the halfway line and to relative safety for Liverpool. Everton don't have a great record in the Merseyside derby. They've only managed 2 wins in their last 29 clashes, 14 draws, 13 losses. Plus they haven't scored in 5 of the last 7 against them. They haven't scored a goal here since 2021 when they won here behind closed doors. They haven't scored a goal in front of a crowd here since 2019.
The odds were stacked against them, Sam, weren't they? If we would listen, if you seen, actually sat and studied it, it's a tough place to come. You know, you're coming to the champions with the team that are free flowing in terms of the quality they have and what they can bring. It's a tough place to come, but if you come and do the basics well and you're organised and you're disciplined and you get beat by a wonder strike or real quality, you can hold your hands up. But if you're off it and you're not holding the ball up well and doing the basics well, then the manager can have a go at you, and that's why he's taking off Beto at half time.
Pickford forward, up over the edge of the centre circle, flicked on well by Garner, and then Barry tries to escape away. Van Dijk never looks like he's breaking a sweat and just eased the ball out towards Bradley. Cleared upfield. Salah manages to get it infield. Idrissa Gueye wins it, but Van Dijk is going to be there again to snaffle it, and then Keane just nips in, wins it, and a chance for Everton to break. Dewsbury Hall on the ball now, pokes it to Barry, midway inside the Liverpool half, wide on the left. It's taken out towards the left now, and Grealish skates towards the edge of the penalty area, comes in on his right foot, then rolls his studs over the ball, sets it back to the edge of the box, but it's between 2 Everton players and it's cleared away. Not well by Gakpo, given away, and now Grealish has got a second chance to make a difference down this left hand side. He faces up Bradley, then holds the ball, gives it to Idrissa Gueye. He gets to the edge of the area, then he tries to feed Grealish again, but Grealish didn't go for that pass, and it's cleared away, and Ekitike now trying to make the most of it. Everton just a little bit snappier in the duels and winning the ball back.
Yeah, much better second half from Everton, really starting, but again, too many touches, turnovers again from Everton there. This is where Liverpool want you.
Yeah, they want to be sharper in their passing, more crisp with their delivery. They've given the ball away again, and Salah is trying to escape. Idrissa Gueye trying to win it back, goes all the way back to Szoboszlai, keeps hold of it well. Bolton have taken a 3-goal lead against Wigan in League One. Still 0-0 in all the Championship games, which is remarkable, really, because Coventry have scored more goals than anyone in the Championship this season. They're being held by Leicester over on Talksport 2. Birmingham 0, Swansea 0, and Queen's Park Rangers 0, Stoke City 0. They're the latest scores from the EFL Championship today. Coverage continues over on Talksport 2. Sheffield United have got their first game under Chris Wilder today. That's at 3 over on Talksport 2 with Ian Danter and Perry Groves.
Yeah, it's an interesting 3 months for Chris while he was out, but he's obviously coming back into his football club, the team he supports, and feels like there's unfinished business, so it'll be interesting to see how he gets on.
Yeah, the Sheffield United Chris Wilder hokey cokey continues. He's out, he's in, he's back in again, and he's going to shake it all about, you think, after a poor start to the season. Here is Njai on the halfway line, trying to turn. He's got 4 red shirts in proximity, has to turn it back to Ghana, and then they look to build again over on the right-hand side. There was a highly charged Premier League derby at Goodison Park, the final one there last season, which ended 2-2. Can Everton mount a comeback here? Dewsbury Hall gets to the edge of the Liverpool penalty area, feeds it to Mikalenko, didn't quite get it back to Grealish. I don't know if Grealish was on his heels a little bit there. The ball is cleared by Liverpool up towards Ekitike, but Tarkowski wins it. Salah brings it down, taken brilliantly by Gravenberch, so elegant and comfortable in possession, moves away from Dewsbury Hall, and Liverpool have it back again.
Yeah, lovely play from Gravenberch, quick feet, but that was the get again. Everton putting bodies forward, that run in behind Conor Bradley and Konate's the area where they can hurt them.
Ekitike's wide on the left now, feeding Gravenberch. He got a shout from the crowd because Njai was behind him. Ekitike's just wandered out to that left-hand side. Gakpo's gone into the centre. Ekitike tries to face up O'Brien, comes in on his right foot. This is dangerous. His right-footed shot repelled by Tarkowski, and then helped on by Conor Bradley. Salah deep to the far post. Ekitike's not going to reach that. It's going to float behind and away for a goal kick away to our right-hand side. This is Talksport. It's game day exclusive, live on this Saturday afternoon. We're here at Anfield. Liverpool lead by 2-0 with Sky Sports, and don't forget that with Now you can stream all the Sky Sports action flexibly, like Manchester United versus Chelsea live today. Search Now Sports.
Yeah, Liverpool changed that press back to the normal way of Salah now at the top end of the pitch.
Mistake by McAllister. He's gifted the ball on halfway to Dewsbury Hall. He's worked it out wide to Njai. Njai wriggles free from the grasp of Kirkes and then wanders into a right wing position, cuts it back, and now it's with Ghana. Back to the edge of the area. Idrissa Gueye sends it square. Left side of the Liverpool half is Mikalenko, and he's joined now by Grealish, who runs at Conor Bradley, gets to the edge of the area, pokes it back to Idrissa Gueye, needs a delivery into the box here to get a shot away somehow. O'Brien then encouraged to get the ball in, but he goes square to Tarkowski. He wanders forward, pokes it up, plays a 1-2 on the edge of the area. Now Grealish, there's space outside for Mikalenko. The ball into the box comes to Dewsbury Hall. His shot blocked by Konate. Again, just not quick and fast enough for Everton to unsettle Liverpool, and Konate does well to block it.
No, but they're getting opportunities. They're getting into that final third. That last little bit there now is, can you find that quality at the top end? But good interlink there between Dewsbury Hall and Mikalenko there with the passing.
Yeah, much better. Here is Idrissa Gueye. Ghana. Back down the Liverpool side, right side of the pitch. The Everton left as Mikalenko delivers a ball into the box. Konate is going to get there first and head that away. Up to Ekitike, holds it well, and now they're in trouble because Liverpool are on the hunt to come forward at pace. And didn't Michael Keane do well to block the ball that was played in by Gakpo, but they haven't blocked the one into Salah, and Salah turns and he shoots towards the far corner as the ball comes out of the sky. He's twisted back infield on his left foot, and Pickford made a comfortable save.
Yeah, great counter-attack from Liverpool there, and a lovely touch from Salah, just didn't connect enough with his shot.
Bolton 4-0 up against Wigan now. How many shots have Bolton had this season?
Yeah, they're a good side. I watched them a couple of times. Stevens starting to get a bit of rhythm and flowing within Bolton, and let's say he's done a good job so far this year.
Yeah, I think they had 136 shots before the start of the day, which is more than anybody else by quite some margin in that division, and they've scored 4 goals already this afternoon. Here is Michael Keane wide towards the right. Everton on the attack again. Njai moving towards the edge of the area. Diving in was Kirkes. Njai did well. Turns, crosses the ball. It spoons into the air after a deflection from Gakpo, and it's well caught by Alisson, who eventually was under a bit of pressure. Keane does well. Gets first contact on the clearance, despite the fact it was towards Ekitike. Referees allowed play on despite a foul from Grealish on Bradley. And Liverpool have the ball again.
A lot more positives from Everton. I think Liverpool come off the game a little bit and not start the second half as well as they did the first, but Everton have had more of the ball, more opportunities in that final third to create. But again, it's coming because of Dewsbury Hall being able to run behind and trying to open gaps up from the back of Kanate and Bradley. Good link.
Sloppiness as well from Liverpool, which has given the ball away here, and Idrissa Gueye has fed Grealish again. He's hungry to make an impression. He goes down the left, produces a cross. It's a decent one to the far post. Njai back to Gueye, and he smashes Everton back into the game. He gets Everton's first goal at Anfield since 2021, and it has been coming in this second half. Everton have come out a different side after the break, and Idrissa Gueye has made Liverpool pay. Liverpool 2, Everton 1.
Yeah, they thoroughly deserved. Everton have come out and have been brilliant this second half. Lovely ball from Grealish, lovely setback from Njai, and Idrissa Gueye smashes it in the top corner. Brilliant finish, and it's game on. Can that go 2-goal lead?
What a hit from Idrissa Gueye into the top corner. He rifled that past Alisson. And Everton are back in the match. He's never won here, David Moyes. Not in 22 trips with different clubs. Mostly with Everton, of course. But his team, who look well out of it at the end of the first half, are back in it just before the hour mark.
Yeah, there's a real intensity to Everton now. They're starting to win the second ball. Cleaner on the possession.
Well, they've just got to keep their head a little bit there. A little flick out by Iliman Njai, who's got to be careful.
He's on that yellow card as well. I think it's a foul actually on the other side. I think Kirkes pulls him down and he's unlucky not to get that. But good start from Everton. That's what they were needed. That's what the manager had said. That was a poor performance first half. We need a reaction, and they've managed to get that so far.
And Liverpool are going to have a reaction here as well, because they're going to make 2 changes. Florian Wirtz and Curtis Jones, who knows all about this fixture and got sent off at the end of it last season. I think Darren England just having a word with James Tarkowski, the captain, just making sure that he and Ekitike aren't getting a little bit too amorous. Meanwhile, we'll go off to the Amex Stadium and get the very latest team news. Brighton take on Spurs a little bit later on today. Our chief football correspondent Alex Crook is going to be there.
And so too is Carlos Baleba. He returns to the Brighton 11 as one of 4 changes from last weekend's defeat at Bournemouth. Gruda, Kadioglu and Ayari also start a trio of changes for Spurs from their midweek Champions League win over Villarreal. In come Udogi, Paulinho and Odobert. Out goes Simons, Spence and Sarr. It's Brighton against Tottenham.
Adrian Durham will keep you up to date with all of the goals as they go in from around the grounds throughout the course of the afternoon. Yeah, you need Adrian Durham on your mobile phone. Download our app. You don't get to text him, but you do get to listen to him. Just download our app. You can flick between the 2 stations. And he's just a little bit good. Has he told you he won an award?
No, what for?
I think it's something to do with being the best presenter in the country. I can't remember.
Wow.
I mean, he's only told me about 50 times. Off comes Gakpo, on comes Wirtz, on comes Jones, and off comes McAllister. Surprised by those changes?
No, I don't think so. I think if you're replacing them, McAllister's done well and Gakpo's a threat, but freshen it up. It'd be interesting to see where Wirtz, so he's going to go and play on that left-hand side now.
Here is Alisson deep inside his own half, managing to just nudge the ball forward, looking for a way out, and then there's a bit of pressing going on from Barry, which almost forced him into a sort of bit of dawdling. Goes back to Kanate and goes out on this near side. Salah puts it out. It's going to be an Everton throw. Let's get team news from Turf Moor. John Dunn.
And Postecoglou hands first. Forest League starts to a trio of players. Zinchenko, Douglas, Louise and Bakwa all come in. That's from the 3-0 defeat at Arsenal last weekend. Out go Murillo, he's injured, Sangari and Hudson-Odoi. Florentino makes his Premier League start for Burnley, replacing the suspended Leslie Ugochukwu. It's the only change from defeat here against Liverpool last weekend. It's Burnley and Nottingham Forest.
Sounds like they're having a bit of a party at Turf Moor today. Not the case down at the London Stadium. Fuelled by protests and rancour, West Ham really do need a win. Here's Ian Abrahams.
Fans outside protesting. Inside, Graham Potter's dropped his goalkeeper. Hermanson for Areolo returns. Souček's out. Callum Wilson gets his first start. 4 changes for Palace from midweek. In come Henderson, Richards, Mitchell and Adam Wharton.
Well, back here it is 2-0, 2-1 to Liverpool. I think we just lost Ian Abrahams there at the end, but we're back here live on Talksport. And here is Kirkes into the penalty area, looking for Szoboszlai, tries to nudge it down, and it comes off the defender O'Brien and goes behind and away for a corner kick on this near side. Liverpool 2, Everton 1, going into the final 28 minutes or so. We'll stay here for this corner for Liverpool, who want to reassert their authority on the game, having just surrendered it. Commanding 2-0 lead, eaten into by that goal from Idrissa Gana Gueye just moments ago. Wigan have got one back, Bolton 4, Wigan 1 is the latest scoreline, and Fleetwood have gone ahead against Cambridge. Harrogate in front in the League 2 battle of the strugglers. They're leading Shrewsbury by 1-0. Here is Szoboszlai, poor corner in towards the near post, flicked away by Garner, comes back out to Bradley, clips it back to Szoboszlai. Liverpool on the attack here with Gravenberg. Back into Bradley again. He sends it wide towards the left where it's now collected by Jones. And a little bit of frustration creeping in because Liverpool are just playing around with it inside their own half. It's tossed in now by Gravenberg. Van Dijk thought that got a little clip off of Tarkowski. It's going to go out for a corner.
Yeah, there's a few groans coming now, isn't there, from the supporters.
Quickly off to the game at Molineux. Leeds and Wolves clash in front of Jeff Peters.
Jurgen Strand Larsen back on the bench for Wolves. Fer Lopez makes his first Premier League start. Sarr, Bellegarde and Chachua return. Leeds unchanged. Tanaka, Harrison and Piru among the subs. No James or Nionto in the squad here for Leeds at Molineux.
Thank you very much. That's Jeff Peters who's watching the game at Wolves. All the goals as they're going with Adrian from 2:30 this afternoon. We'll do the same tomorrow, 1:30, live from the Emirates Stadium as Arsenal take on Manchester City. We're on air from 1:30 with all the 2 o'clock games as well, the matches in the WSL and elsewhere. Here's the corner kick for Szoboszlai towards the back post, flicked away by Mikalenka. There was pushing inside the area anyway. That's going to be a free kick right on the edge of the 6-yard box. Talksport 2 has live commentary this afternoon of Sheffield United against Charlton, and Sheffield United have a new manager. In fact, the last 6 new managers they've had, 3 of them have been Chris Wilder. Here's Ian Danter.
And unsurprisingly, he recalls Gus Harmer as one of 3 changes from that awful performance at Ipswich with a loss 5-0. Ogbene and Campbell also return. Brooks, Barry and Cannon dropped by the Blades. 2 changes for visiting Charlton. Bree comes in for the suspended Ramsey and Burke in for Apter. It's live on Talksport 2 from 2:30. Sheffield United against Charlton Athletic.
There's a rather interesting attempt at trying to play out from the back from Everton, which gifted the ball back to Liverpool on the halfway line. It was a little bit chaotic.
Yeah, it was just a roll from Jordan Pickford and Idrissa Gueye, and he flicks it out to Tarkowski, and then all of a sudden they give the ball away. It's madness. Take your time, settle down, plenty of time to go. We don't need to rush.
Here is Wirtz trying to go forward, stopped by Tarkowski. Won by Idrissa Gueye and then given to Ndiaye, who gets it back to his goalkeeper. Pickford sends it long up towards the halfway line, headed away by Konate, down by Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall feeds it to Grealish. A little bit of a ripple of electricity goes through the Everton supporters when Grealish gets the ball and takes it down the left side. Tries to win a corner, does win a corner, no. It's a throw-in.
It's not a throw-in, it's a corner. The ball's not even out. The manager, David's going mad down there on the touchline.
Grealish is creasing up. Can't believe it. I mean, we could see that from here. Going to get a change. Yeah, definitely a corner kick, I think. Going to get a change here. It's a big change because Alexander Isak is about to come on for his Premier League bow, wearing the red of Liverpool and Anfield for the first time in a Premier League match, and he replaces Ugo Ekitike. By the way, how good has he been?
Yeah, he's been very good, hasn't he? He's always been a threat. He's been a hard opponent for the two centre-backs, and it was a lovely finish for his goal. And it's a brilliant finish.
So now Isak is on to try and earn his stripes. Still looking for a first goal. Imagine if he got his first Liverpool goal in a Merseyside derby. He'll certainly be hoping that he can do that. He's just touched the ball back towards Szoboszlai. The ball's been helped on. Florian Wirtz is chasing it. Pickford's going to get there first as the ball goes very long out towards the far side. Cambridge United 1 in their game now against Fleetwood, and they're back in the game. So Everton, they're looking to get further back in the game with Njai, edge of the area. Great free to take it away from Konate. Goes wide to Grealish, edge of the area. Left-footed ball towards the far post. Gay smashes it back towards Barry, and he's just elevated the ball into the air, and Alisson under pressure has to punch it clear. And the referee gives a free kick in favour of the goalkeeper, saying that he was fouled. I mean, there wasn't much in that.
No, I don't think so either. I think lovely play. I think Barry's done really well second half coming on. He's actually just done what Salah done to Mykolenko in the first half, getting his body in and then allowing people to get second balls and get up the pitch. And Grealish is brilliant there just to hang one up for Idrissa. It's never a foul, is it?
Wow, that's a little bit soft. Let's just put it kindly. 2-1 the score. But Everton, certainly a much better second half than they had first. They feel like they're in the game all of a sudden. And that makes a major difference to the feel and the atmosphere inside the stadium. And Liverpool have got to try and get back control in the match. Dewsbury Hall's brought down Gravenberch, but Wirtz has allowed that to run through to Jones. Jones wide towards the right. Salah on to Szoboszlai. Back towards Salah. Kick clear. Wirtz might get there, but Njai does. And they've turned it over brilliantly. And here comes Njai. Slaloming his way forward. Plays it out towards Grealish on the left. He turns the ball infield. He's being chased by Szoboszlai. He wins the foul. You knew exactly what he was going to do. As soon as he got hold of that, Grealish, he was going to trample with the ball and try and draw a free kick, and he did it brilliantly. It's a yellow card.
Yeah, that's what you want to do. But again, for Everton, winning second balls, doing the basics well in this second half and being able to get up the pitch. And then when you got Grealish who could dribble and attract fouls, it gives you an opportunity now to go and put it in the box and put it into areas where you feel that you can hurt Liverpool.
Dominic Szoboszlai with a yellow card for the foul on Grealish. First Liverpool player to go in the notebook. And Ghana to take the free kick. This is 17-18 yards inside opposition territory. Isak helping out the defence here as they come forward. They play it down the left towards Grealish. What's gone on there? The referee wasn't happy about the taking of the free kick. Well,
he said he was talking. He's saying he's talking. David's not happy. He said he's talking to the players, but you've got to allow the play, get flow in the game,
That's frustrating.
Some energy in it.
Because that now changes the kick routine, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Because they were looking to try and get 1v1 here, but if Dewsbury Hall can whip this to the front post...
It's Ghana instead, in towards the near post, and it's flicked behind by Konate, and it's out for a corner kick over on the far side. A bit of pressure for Liverpool to deal with, 20 minutes to go.
Yeah, it was a great ball from Jimmy Garner there, and Konate does well to actually get the flick above him, so important that now Everton get the right blocks for this to go and attack it. Dewsbury Hall in swinger.
Cambridge go 2-1 up against Fleetwood in League 2. Here it's still Liverpool 2, Everton 1. No goals in the Championship, the 3 games that kicked off at 12:30 today. Here is the corner, far side, to be taken by Dewsbury Hall. Left-footed, an arcing one, right under the goalkeeper. Konate, strong header again, out as far as Njai. Keeps it alive, edge of the area. Can he keep hold of the ball? He's dispossessed by Isak instead. And now Szoboszlai is looking to spring a counter-attack. He's fed Salah. He gallops through the centre circle. He plays it wide to Florian Wirtz. Wirtz into the area. He chopped back. He should have played it first time to the far post, where Isak was waiting for the delivery. It gave Tarkowski the chance to slide in and put it out for a corner.
Yeah, that's where Everton become fragile in that transition period for the corner, because Mo Salah doesn't even look at the ball, and then he goes and he counter-attack really well, but Tarkowski does brilliant to get back for that block. But lovely play from Wirtz there to cut inside Mykolenko.
Corner kick to be taken by Szoboszlai. The cavalry arriving from the back. Kerkez has walked into the penalty area. Van Dijk, such a threat from these set pieces as he displayed on Wednesday night. Just in conversation with Konate, edge of the area.
He's trying to block O'Brien here, Salah. Somebody around the back.
Szoboszlai aiming towards Konate with the header. It's cleared off the line brilliantly by Jack Grealish, getting back there to help out his team. He stopped it in front of the goalkeeper. Good header it was as well. Strong one. Maybe didn't have the power or the necessary velocity to beat Pickford, but he didn't have to worry about it, Pickford, because Jack Grealish did a brilliant defensive job. Here's Florian Wirtz down this right-hand side. He's got support from Bradley, who's on the overlap. He comes infield instead and gives it to Szoboszlai, 5 yards back from the edge of the area. He's knocked over by Garner. That's going to be a free kick in a dangerous zone.
Yeah, it's is it territory for Szoboszlai again from this area? But
mate, I think where we're sitting is Szoboszlai territory after what I saw against Arsenal.
Oh, it's incredible when it's free kicked he scored. I seen him not score one like that so long ago for Hungary.
Yeah,
it was against Ireland. It's unbelievable free kick. He's got the quality.
Yeah, he has. He certainly showed everybody how brilliant he can be from dead ball situations in that game against Arsenal. It's his 100th appearance for Liverpool today, by the way, Dominik Szoboszlai. And he's placed the ball down here. Actually, I think his 100th appearance was against Atletico Madrid on Wednesday night. Either way, he has racked up the appearances for Liverpool since signing, and he has made a massive impact. 17 to go. He's put the ball down. There's a two-man Everton wall here. Jordan Pickford just lining things up. He's got to make sure he gets all these angles right, because he knows what's coming.
I think they're trying to go around the back here. They look like Kerkez possibly is the late run.
Let's see what happens. He doesn't look at the back post. He goes to goal instead, and he flips it over the top of the crossbar. It was one of those knuckleball hits.
Yeah, he's got that in it. The talent to be able to knuckleball it. But again, Everton really happy second half. Liverpool, I feel like they've gave the ball away in terms of in areas that they shouldn't, and little technical areas of gave Everton a lift second half. But I think it's been a good second half, and let's say still 15 minutes to go.
I must admit, I did think at half time,
but it could have been anything.
Yeah, I didn't think we were going to get a second half as competitive as we had, but we have definitely got that because of the way Everton have applied themselves. Second 45, 15 to go. This is Talksport. Liverpool leading by 2-1. Here is Gravenberg, got the first goal, feeds it into Jones to Isak goes towards the byline, just about keeps it alive, and then just runs out of room and goes down a play. It's away for a goal kick away to our right hand side. Remember, Sheffield United against Charlton is live on Talksport 2 at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Tonight we've got Brentford against Fulham in the Premier League. That's an 8 o'clock kickoff, a little bit of an extra episode for you, a bonus episode of Premier League football tonight. And prior to that, we'll have the game day phone in with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. 5:30 0371 722 3344. And breakfast is back on Monday with Jeff Stelling, Ali McCoy, Gabby Agbon-Lahore, Ray Parler and Alan Brazil every morning from 6 o'clock. A rotating cast of superstars waking you up every single morning here on Talksport.
Yes, it's like the Coisty show when you come to these Premier League games now, isn't it?
We've seen him already, yeah.
He's done his lap of honour and that.
Oh, that's a poor clearance by Mikalenko as the ball goes into the box, and he just sort of helped it behind and out for a corner. Didn't think he was too clear about what was behind him there, so he took no chances, but it wasn't a brilliant...
No, it was a poor clearance. I was going for a corner, but now Liverpool starting to get their momentum back, getting their opportunities to get up the pitch. Chance here now to put another corner in the box.
Ball placed down by Szoboszlai. He's got Van Dijk and Konate to try and aim at again. And remember, from the last corner, they did pick out Ibrahima Konate. The right-footed cross is arced towards the penalty spot. It's headed away, but there's so much pushing and shoving going on that referee Darren England has decided that that's going to be a free kick.
It's not even a foul. Tarkowski's actually done really well just to go down early, and he's managed to buy another free kick. That's the last two corners he's managed to do that. Look, it's not a foul. He's getting hold from Kerkez, but good play from the defender.
You suggest that was down to experience?
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it's just because Everton will know the height and the problems that Liverpool can cause you, and you get away with things like that. It's good play.
Grealish just dipping back into his own half from the wide left position, then coming central, feeding Dewsbury Hall. Barry had already made a really good run, but before Dewsbury Hall could release it, Jones had robbed him of possession. They've won it back again. Jones wiring in on Jack Grealish, though, has given away a free kick just left of the centre circle. Grealish will definitely make sure everybody is well aware that he's hurt his left foot, and he will win the free kick.
Yeah, it was a couple of tackles there. Yeah, it's a foul from Curtis Jones. He gets the back of Grealish, and now again for Everton, opportunity. Can you put it in the box? Real quality.
I love the fact that Jack just absolutely loves it, just smiling. He's picked the ball up short. The referee again has blown the whistle and said they can't take the short free kick. We've got a yellow card, Dewsbury Hall, for that.
Yeah, Sam, I don't know. This is probably a new rule that you have to wait on the referee, but again, you want to try and play quick and early and keep the game, the speed of the game. We talk about the Premier League, we want speed in it. Let them play.
That was totally unnecessary.
But again, what happens if he's on a yellow card and that ends up costing him becoming a red card? So it's not right. We need speed in the game, and they want to play early and they're not allowed to.
78 gone. They've played it short, but it hasn't been able to catch Liverpool out because obviously they knew what was coming. Ball into the box from Gay. Attacking it was Barry, away by Canate. He might win lots of aerial duels in Spain, but he's not going to win too many against Canate. Conor Bradley's not winning too many duels against Grealish, and he's going to get himself in trouble here. Now, I'm a bit surprised that Bradley hasn't been given a yellow card already, and Jack Grealish is sort of racking up the number of fouls that he has.
He's had 5 or 6 against him, hasn't he? He's had 5 or 6 against him, Bradley. So at least he's totting them up, but Grealish is letting the referee know every time he gets a foul now.
In set pieces, we know Everton are dangerous from, and as we go into the final 11 minutes of the game, and having already been taught a lesson about Liverpool's propensity to invoke late drama, we may well have more of it here. 2 up against Bournemouth, that went to 2-2 before they won. 2 up against Newcastle, that went to 2-2 before they won. It happened on Wednesday night against Atletico Madrid as well. They did a late goal against Burnley last week too. Here is Garner standing over the ball. He hits it right-footed towards the far corner, but it's well wide of goal, and Alisson barely offered a flicker of response because it went wide.
Yeah, it's in an area where he has to give everybody a chance to go, and even if he keeps it on target and people miss it, the goalkeeper might see it late, but when you do that and you put it past the post, it gives the team no chance to really go and attack the ball.
Liverpool 2, Everton 1 on Talksport with Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Here for it. Book now at enterprise.co.uk. Long ball forward by Alisson, headed away by Keane. A bit of pressure from Salah, goes out of play. It's away for a throw-in, just short of the halfway line. Arne Slot just asking for Darren England to give a free kick against Keane for overpowering Salah with too much physicality. The referee says play on.
So good at Salah at that, getting his body in against, doesn't matter how big they are, he's really good. Curtis Jones.
Yeah, almost got caught. Garner's now won it because Jones has given it away, and Everton are just finding little opportunities. A flick by Barry's offside. So Adressaga gets into the penalty area, and eventually the flag goes up over on the far side.
There was a big chance there, wasn't it? There was a massive gap between Van Dijk and Canate. They'd actually switched off, but again, Alisson rolling into Curtis Jones, getting caught. Gravenberg's getting caught.
Well offside.
Yeah, well offside, yeah.
Queen's Park Rangers have gone in front against Stoke City. Stoke City have had such a good start to the season, but Harvey Vale scored for Julien Stéphan's team. They're looking for another victory under their new manager. Queen's Park Rangers lead by 1-0 against Stoke City. 78 minutes gone in the Championship. Still 0-0 over on Talksport 2 between Leicester and Coventry, and Birmingham Swansea is goalless as well. Here it's 2-1 to Liverpool. 10 minutes to go. That's usually when the party really starts. Not like that. Wirtz has been given away the ball, and then he's had to pull back in Jai, and he's got a yellow card as a result. How would you assess Florian Wirtz's assimilation into the Premier League?
I think he's done okay. I think today he's come off the bench and not really had the impact that the manager would have wanted. But again, that's down to what Everton have done second half. Not allowed the players of like Wirtz and Szoboszlai to get on the ball and control the game.
Won by Jones ahead of Barry, and then Liverpool lose it again because Everton's just so scamperish in the way that they get back to try and win it back. They've been a lot hungrier in the second half to do the dirty work, to get the turnovers, to make sure that they don't get counter-attacked upon. It's been an impressive second half from Everton. And David Moyes will be sitting there going, well, why didn't you start like this?
Yeah, I think the second half, I think both teams have been really, in terms of poor with the ball. There's too many turnovers from both teams, but I think Everton have coped better with that.
Yeah.
And then been able to enhance themselves in the game and take real onus of it. But Liverpool have been poor with the ball second half.
Tarkowski travelling forward down the right side of the Everton attack. Plays it to Idrissa Gueye. It's a poor ball by him, and then Liverpool pick it up, send it forward with Van Dijk to Isak, and then it goes out to Salah on this near side, but Jordan Pickford is so quick off his line. He manages to stop any threat that Salah could produce. Grealish trying to get on the end of that Pickford ball. Does well to keep it in on this near side. It's a throw-in down by the corner flag. I think he probably was playing a different sport there. I think that's called basketball.
He actually had that we're throwing there from handball. He's done really well there, Grealish. Yeah, Slot's in the same.
Yes, I think Darren England's missed a couple of things down in that corner. Ball cleared by Bradley. Headed forward, chested down by Garner. Thought he should have got a foul because we're pushing the back from Szoboszlai. Jones really got up to speed in the tempo of the game, has won it back and sent it forward towards Szoboszlai. Travels out to the right side of the Liverpool attack. Back to Salah, slows it down, gives it to Jones, who then feeds Wirtz inside the area. Little turn, back to Szoboszlai, edge of the area, wants to get a shot away. Comes in on his right foot. If he had just helped that one over extra, Kirkes was available to him. Instead, it's a counter-attack from the away side, and Garner plays a reverse ball in, but it's not quite on the same wavelength as Grealish, and it's picked up by Liverpool. The Liverpool crowd want a little bit more because they know that Everton are creeping ever closer to getting an equaliser.
Yeah, it's the last 10 minutes here now is becoming dangerous for Liverpool, because Everton, they need one moment.
Isak sent down the left side of the box, and Pickford will gather rather easily, and they will have possession once again. This is Talksport, live on a Saturday lunchtime, the Merseyside derby, the 247th Merseyside derby, which after one-way traffic in the first half is just a little bit more even in the second, and Everton have given themselves a chance of getting back into the game after the goal from Idrissa Gueye on 58 minutes. It's currently 2-1. The latest odds are available from Betfair, the official betting partner of Talksport's Premier League coverage, where right now you can back Liverpool to win at 6-1. The draw is 5-1. 6-1 on that is for Liverpool to win, by the way. The Everton victory is 33-1. That's all thanks to Betfair. Play in a different league this season with Safe Sub from Betfair. 18+, gambleaware.org. Cut away by Mikalenko. Oh, it's a poor clearance, and Isak has picked it up right side of the box, tries to get into the area, feeds Salah. Salah just about to pull the trigger before Tarkowski comes in and nudges it behind. He didn't know Salah had gone into an offside position. He had to make that challenge, and he did.
Great pass from Isak, but Salah offside. Couple of subs coming for Everton. Alcaraz and Dibbling coming on.
Interesting. Tyler Dibbling coming on for a Premier League debut. He did play a couple of minutes against Mansfield in the League Cup.
But Mikalenko off and Jimmy Garner going to left back.
So Mikalenko off, Garner to left back, Alcaraz on. Charlie Alcaraz, who's a lively little attacker. And the other change is Iliman Ndiaye coming off to be replaced by Tyler Dibbling. Enigmatic little winger from Southampton, bought in for a princely sum in the summer.
What a way to start your Everton career, to get a goal in a derby.
Yeah, I think it'd take that.
Right now, yeah. Looks like Everton have gone 4-4-2. Grealish on this left hand side and Dibbling off the right, and Alcaraz and Barry at the top end of the pitch.
Well, they need a goal. Here is Grealish down the left side, dispossessed by Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai gets up to halfway. Good challenge by Garner. It's going to be a Liverpool throw. Garner, who has been very versatile, hasn't he, over the course of his Everton career. He has started all 6 games this season for Everton. He's started 3 at left back, 3 in central midfield, which is his more accustomed position. He's got to deal with Salah now, and he's just pinched the ball there and played it against the red shirt of Conor Bradley. He's won himself a throw-in.
Yeah, good there, but again, Gardner there needs help there. It's just Bradley's allowed to throw the ball straight into Salah, and when Salah's allowed that to happen, he's too strong for you, so he needs help there from his wide player Grealish coming back in to help.
I think there'll be Everton fans that see optimistic opportunities for this team going forward. You've got to remember that last season at this stage they were bottom of the table, having made their worst start to a league campaign for 66 years. They're not going to have those troubles this year, you wouldn't have thought. Here is Dibbling, good ball out towards the left hand side, finding Grealish, wants it back again. Tyler Dibbling stolen in front of him by Gravenberch and then almost given away by the same player, but one back on this right hand side by the Dutchman, who feeds it infield. Lovely touch by Gay to rob it and turn it over, and Everton now on the counter attack. Give it to Grealish, into Gay inside the area. He needs a little bit of help there, and he tried to flip that ball forward. Dibbling has come across towards this near side, feeds it back into Dewsbury Hall. It's crossed into the box, aimed towards the far post. It's headed away by Milos Kerkez because Jake O'Brien was coming in round the back.
Yeah, it's a good ball from Dewsbury Hall, and again Everton got an opportunity to put a long throw in.
And
David looks frustrated.
Here comes Jake O'Brien, just rubbing the ball on his shirt just to get a little bit more purchase on it. He's going to catapult this one in towards the near post. There's 2 minutes of normal time still to play here on Talksport. It's 2-1 to Liverpool in the derby. Everton got a late goal at Goodison last season from a ball into the box at a set piece. Here is Dewsbury Hall as it's first initially cleared from the right side, back in by O'Brien, and it drops inside the box for Alcaraz. He didn't anticipate that, nudges it backwards, stopped by Salah, sent to halfway, and Liverpool being encouraged to get out by their supporters, but they can't. Still Everton putting their foot to the floor. They come forward with Dewsbury Hall, out wide to the right, Dibbling infield to Alcaraz, just in front of the centre circle. He's got Salah in front of him, he plays it left, where it's now taken on by Idrissa Gana Gueye. Forward on to Grealish. Grealish now looking to isolate Bradley, comes back on his right foot, stops the ball, plays it centrally for Garner. I'm not sure if that was the right ball. They want to get it in the box here. Sometimes you just feel like he just turns back in when he could go on the outside and try and get the beating of Bradley. He's on the ball again, Jack Grealish. Now he might run at him. He gets to the edge of the area, comes back inside. Again, just waits. And then looks to try and tease it into the box. It's a really good delivery. O'Brien at the far post. He's beaten to it by Kerkez just about. Really good arcing delivery by Grealish from this left side. Right-footed, curling towards the edge of the 6-yard box. And Kerkez had to make emergency action.
Yeah, that's where I want to see Grealish. Cut back on his right and deliver to the back post. And Kerkez did brilliant there to get that out for a corner, because O'Brien was coming in to head that there into the goal.
30 seconds in normal time. It's not over yet for Everton. Can they get a late equaliser? Ball delivered to the far post. It's going to drop towards Grealish, who hits it right-footed, but it goes over the bar. Didn't catch it well enough, and it goes out for a goal kick away to our left-hand side. So how much added time are we going to get at the end of the 90? And Kanate just exchanging words with Grealish. I think that hit him on the top of the thigh as he went to volley that goalwards. We're getting 3 added minutes at the end of the 90.
Yeah, it's not something you want to be messing with Grealish and Kanate, but it's been a good second half from Everton. I think they've probably been the better team second half and deserve something out of the game. But if you don't start the game the way they have second half, the game can come away from you. And Everton never started the game really well. 45 were really poor, but they got the reaction. But still 3 minutes to go.
Well, Liverpool are hoping now that Arsenal or City or both drop points tomorrow. Someone certainly will, and they can assert their authority over the Premier League to a greater degree. Their second half performance definitely not as good as their first, but boy, there was some performances in that first half that got them into the ascendancy, and it was all about second half performances and late goals up until this point. But the way they started this game was much better, and they got in front but didn't surrender the lead completely this time around. Maybe a chance for a late goal for Liverpool, because the ball's been headed down by Isak into the path of Wirtz, who's 10 yards short of the penalty area. Back it goes to Jones to Van Dijk, and just keeping hold of the ball now, Liverpool, knowing that the clock is ticking. Wirtz tries to turn, runs, feeds Isak with lots of space for Szoboszlai right side. Szoboszlai into the area, right-footed, crosses the ball, blocked by Garner, out for a corner.
Yeah, good play from Liverpool. Szoboszlai just waiting for that moment to go, but Garner does brilliant to block it. Now it looks like he's got a bit of cramp.
Yeah, Garner's on the floor just trying to stretch it out. It's not a place that David Moyes loves to come to. He was asked whether or not he enjoyed Derby Day, and he said, I'd probably be lying if I said yes.
No, you don't. As a manager, you won't. It's nerve-wracking. It's ultimately you want the bragging rights, of course you do, but the record has not been great for Everton over the years against Liverpool. So it's tough. It's a tough place to come. But I think for where Everton are as a group of players and new, I think that second half performance will give them real hope in terms of they're a good side that can cause teams problem.
David Moyes is going to lose 11 in a row at Anfield. Yeah. And what was the issue there? A foul by
Dibbling.
Was it Dibbling on the near side on Salah as they collided from the short free kick? We've nearly played out 3 minutes of added time. It's resulted in another free kick to Liverpool. The clock continues to run down, and the Liverpool fans are finding their voice once again, knowing that their team are going to get all 3 points and maintain their 100% record. Szoboszlai and Salah standing over it. Everton have had their moments, but maybe not enough. They were too casual in that first half. Beto didn't hold the ball off. He was dragged at half-time. They've been better in the second with Barry up front. They got back into the game, but not able to get back level. And in 2-1 looks like being the full-time score. Ball out of play again on this near side as Liverpool run the clock down, knowing that they've been in the game in the second half. Moyes unhappy, bellowing at the fourth official. For Liverpool taking their time. It's cleared away by Tarkowski. Barry wrestles with Konate, tries to win the header. Van Dijk steers it clear. It's forward again by Garner. They want the whistle here. Barry goes chasing towards the Liverpool goal. Van Dijk sends it back towards the Liverpool goal, and there was a little bit off balance there, and Alisson has to clear from the byline. It goes out for a late throw. They take it quickly into Grealish, left side, wants to get it into the box, gets it into the box, steered away by Curtis Jones, back out as far as Dewsbury Hall. He kicks it forward, but it was straight into the body of Kirkes. The referee blows the full-time whistle, and the 247th Merseyside derby goes the way of 100 others. Liverpool beat Everton at Anfield for the 5th time in a row. Everton have been capable of a lot under David Moyes, but he just cannot win here. Inconsistent first 45 minutes, punished by a ruthless Liverpool, put them on the back foot, and they just couldn't summon enough to respond well enough in the second half. 23 visits, multiple clubs for the Everton boss, 0 wins for him. It means the champions extend their 100% record and sit proudly atop of the Premier League, and they set up a mouth-watering clash tomorrow, because neither Arsenal or Manchester City can afford to cede further ground. It's finished here at Anfield. Liverpool 2, Everton 1.
Sam, thank you very much indeed. Yeah, handshakes and hugs on the pitch, except... Oh no, Jack Grealish and Pickford. No, it's a little bit playful, isn't it?
Just been given a yellow card.
Who has?
Grealish.
Grealish just been given a yellow right at the very end. That's what I was wondering what was going on down there.
Freshman, I think he's right, because Conor Bradley's had 5 or 6 fouls against him and nothing's been given.
Nothing's been given.
So there's a lot of frustration within what Grealish has. But that performance from Everton, I think, the second half is something that they could be happy with. But first half, they were nowhere near the level the manager would have expected. But again, Liverpool got the job done. And that's 6 in a row now.
And they did it in the opening half, but they did open themselves up, and they were susceptible in that second half again. They didn't get, another late goal, but they did show that there are frailties, and other sides can get at them when they're not at their absolute scintillating best.
They had moments, didn't they, Liverpool in the transition, and they never really took the game away from Everton. And then when that happens, Everton have always got an opportunity from a set play, long throw, and the quality that Everton have in the group that they can kneel it, they can score. So yeah, of course there's a disappointment, but to win a derby you need a wee bit of guts, you need a wee bit of good mentality, the hunger and desire. And Liverpool again, like I said before, that's 6 in a row with the 5 wins in the Champions League win as well. It's been a good start, hasn't it?
It's been a great start. It's also 5 consecutive Premier League wins under Arne Slot for the first time, which they didn't manage to do last season. So even when they are opening themselves up, they are still getting the points on the board, and that is the most important thing. But as you were saying, from an Everton point of view, if they had started the first half as they did the second, do you think they just showed a bit too much respect? Were they a bit worried? Were they just taken aback by Liverpool's aggression? What was it? Because what we saw in the second half was a completely different Everton to the one that we saw in the first 45 minutes.
I felt that they got for Everton, Barry coming on at half-time, it gave them a focal point. It managed to give them a lift in the game where they can hold up and being able to get up the pitch. First half they couldn't get out because Beto couldn't hold the ball up.
Yeah.
But the intensity that Liverpool come out for the first 20-25 minutes was incredible, and that took the game away from Everton quickly. And the moments and the quality that Liverpool had in the 2 goals were exceptional level. And if you don't perform and you don't really commit to what the manager wants, the game could go away for you, and that's what happened for Everton. They got a reaction second half. They were much better, the distances were better, they were more aggressive in the press, and they won the ball higher up, and the focal point, the striker, could hold it up for them to get them up the pitch. So again, you can't allow a game to go by for 45 minutes without trying to make a difference, and Everton will be very, very disappointed, because
very disappointed.
There was moments in this game where they could have actually got that second goal, but
especially in the dying moments, wasn't it, when Liverpool were just completely penned in. I mean, you say they did have the striker as the focal point, but it was a goal from Ghana Gay which actually got them back in the game as well. I've got to say, every single strike in this game has been fantastic. Every single goal has been quality.
But that's the Premier League. That's what we expect, and that's what we like to see.
We don't always get them, though. We get some ugly ones, but there was some real quality today.
But at the end of the day, Ekitike there now signed for 80 million. They signed the lad for 120 million in Isak, but they're singing his name, and that's what you remember as a player, your confidence. And now it's a matchup between they two in terms of being able to play, and all you can do is when you play is get opportunity and you score goals. So I think it was a good game. I thought second half both teams sort of gave the ball away a lot, and it was frustrating. It was a lot of technical errors, but it was a good derby match, and it's always nice when you see real top quality goals.
Yeah, it did absolutely live up to it, didn't it? Just a quick word on Liverpool. I mean, they're not stringing together complete performances. Is that a concern, or is the biggest issue here that they're still getting the wins?
Well, they're getting the wins, aren't they? And they know that it'll take time, and it'll take time to get the rhythm with the new players and the players that have come in. Kerkez playing at left back, get 90 minutes today. Wirtz coming off the bench, Ekitike coming into the team. These are the players that they're going to take time to get the rhythm and get the feel for the football club, but they're winning football matches, so you can sort of pad it away a little bit and you can cover it up by the results. But there'll be a lot of work getting done on the training ground, and they'll be delighted in terms of the start that Liverpool have made. And again, the two rivals meet tomorrow, and one's going to drop points, which is going to be great for them.
Exactly. Liverpool then top of the table with 15 points. Arsenal and Tottenham and Bournemouth are currently all level in second, third and fourth with 9 points. Everton up in seventh as well, which is a much better position than they were in this time last year, when they were at the bottom of the table and fighting the possibility of relegation. So in the end it didn't work out for them today. They put on the pressure, but it is a Liverpool victory. Let's pick our man of the match now, shall we, with Enterprise Rent-A-Car.
The Here For It hero on Talksport with Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Whatever it is, we're here for it.
Who are you going for, Charlie, as your man of the match then today?
I just loved watching his movement, and I thought Ekitike was a top level. The finishing and the movement was very good. Gravenberch was excellent in midfield, but I think as a goal scorer and as a striker coming to a club, I think he was very, very good for that first half period, and I think he deserves the man of the match.
Excellent, considering that he knew that Alexander Isak is there on the bench, able to come and start at any time when he will be fit. That he actually did put an incredible performance in, didn't he? And he had a great start to his Liverpool career.
Absolutely,
anyway.
and I think that's important, that you have that challenge on the bench and you have that competition for places. And they say Liverpool, you have that, but the difference for that competition is a £125 million striker in the bench, and so you've got to be at it, score your goal. And that's all you can do. And I thought his performance was very good.
No room for complacency in this squad, and certainly not for our man of the match from today's game, Ugo Ekitike. That was our here for it hero, man of the match from today's game with Enterprise Rent-A-Car.